radio shock jocks. The biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Charles Nelson Riley takes it up the blank. The blank. Can I call a friend and maybe get some aid with this? Oh, wow.
This is where entertainment is going.
I'm starting to suspect my parents are swingers.
I think your dad's just a watcher. He just sits in the corner nude and all sorts of horrific things are happening to your mom.
They are sick freaks.
Don't you ever do that? I understand the concept of the syllable. You don't have to beat it into me with your belt.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the
road. You are listening to our dramatic music. Yes, that means something very important is going to happen on today's show.
Does it?
Not really. Just the same old crap.
Hi.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, little Jimmy Norton.
Howdy, Opie.
Getting ready for Saturday, Jones Beach?
Yeah. Very ready for it.
That's this Saturday already.
Wow. Ticket sales are really, really, really good the last few days, so we're going to have a nice crowd out there at Jones Beach for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. 9 comedians, the O&A Village, the tailgating.
Yes.
Can't wait. Tickets through Ticketmaster.com. Go to Virus Tour, one word, on MySpace for all the info. And as the tour goes on, we're going to be adding stuff to Virus Tour. Yeah. Maybe some of the videos we're making at the venues and updates, and I guess some of the articles we're doing. We're getting interviewed about the tour. The latest articles are up there.
I like how the interview about the tour goes in other directions.
What do you mean?
Well, we sit down to interview with various newspapers and stuff, and they ask us questions about the tour, and then the questions go to other places, and Kenny has to step in. Now.
Kenny was in a panic.
Yeah, hey. Like, Kenny, relax.
You agreed. Kenny, don't worry about it. We can handle ourselves.
We can field that question.
Yeah. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. Hello, Syracuse.
Syracuse.
So weird, man. We're syndicated across America, and, you just get these pockets.
Yeah.
Where people like the show more than other areas, and Syracuse is one of those areas. They're just digging the Opie and Anthony show.
Is that what Brother Weezy's on?
Nah, he's in Rochester.
Oh, yes, Pete was right. I thought he was on in Syracuse.
We're doing very well in Rochester, but we've got a weird time in Rochester. It's like just before afternoon drive, which I've been arguing about. I think we need to be starting at 4 or 5, but they know what they're doing.
I hate that whole thing with this stupid time zone thing.
Yeah.
Because you're here, we're based, our flagship station here in New York. And, out west, it's 3 hours earlier.
Yeah.
So we start at an ungodly hour if we want to be live out west.
Yeah.
So it's not really the morning drive slot.
No.
No, if we want to be live out west, we would start at 9. We'd start at 9, that'd be 6 out west.
Yeah, but then we would miss
drive here.
Yeah.
Drive time on the East Coast. So
it doesn't work out.
Rochester's in this time zone.
Yes, it is.
That's in our time zone.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we're from Rochester. Time zones.
I know. I was like, where's he going?
I was saying these little. You were saying I could justify this.
All right,
you were saying that there's certain little pockets that dig the show, and others that not so much. And I was kind of trying to allude to the fact that some of the markets that don't like us so much aren't hearing us during morning drive. We're on at 3 in the morning.
Well, Syracuse loving us. Got some latest.
Are they in our time zone, Jim?
Yeah.
an hour later.
The latest info, Syracuse loves us. What you're getting at, Tucson hates us.
But yeah, see?
We're a very honest radio show, by the way. Other talk show hosts will make believe they're great in every city. Howard used to make believe he was great in every city. The fact is, he sucked in a lot of cities.
It just happens.
He was really good in more cities than he sucked. Yes. So, the same thing is happening with us. Syracuse loves the radio show. Tucson buried the radio show.
Why does that happen?
We were on, 6 to 9 in Tucson. So it was on a 3-hour time delay.
Time delay, yeah.
Now they spin it to like, good news, guys, we're putting you on live.
All right.
And then you do the math and realize live means they're hearing us at 3 in the morning in Tucson.
Good news.
So
we're the John and Jeffs of Tucson?
Yeah. So I want to say hi to everybody in Tucson that stumbled on our show because they're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
You're just drunk somewhere.
Yeah, great.
Taking a whiz, whatever you got to do that gets you up to listen to us.
These radio execs suck. They try to spin everything. Hey, very good news. We're going to put you on live here in Tucson.
No.
Oh, wow. Wow. What are we going to be working from a time machine? And then you do the math. You go, how is that good news to be on at 3 in the morning?
It ain't.
3 in the morning. 3 in the morning is reserved for some, intern.
Yeah.
And they pay him like $5 an hour, and they go, hey, just play the songs, but all right, do a weather forecast once an hour. That'll be okay.
We'll let you open your mouth for that. Don't try to be funny. Right. Don't do any material.
You could read a PSA every 40 minutes.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
So you can read a PSA and you can do a weather break every hour. That's okay.
Then he goes home. Did you hear me on the radio today, Mom?
Right.
Yeah, cute.
So that's our good news for Tucson. We're on in the middle of the night. Thank you. Thanks a lot for that. We greatly appreciate it. Let's say hi to Chris in Monroe.
By the way, that was Than's shift at his last station before he came on board here.
Hey, I did all those shit.
Hey, we all paid our dues. No,
you didn't.
I paid my dues in work.
I'm bitter to this day that you didn't pay your dues.
I was working very hard.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's on, man?
Hey, that Chris.
Gotta be honest, not a huge listener. I am now. But I just started listening to you guys not too long ago, but I am going to be there on Saturday.
Okay.
Definitely loving the show, man.
Okay.
Definitely loving the show. I've listened to it for about a year.
Well, I got to be honest with you, not loving this phone call, though. So,
it's cool. We just started listening to your phone call.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm not a big fan of your phone call, Chris.
I'm not a huge fan of your phone call, but I'm just started listening to it, but I'm kind of digging it a little bit.
I'll give you a chance, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I'll give you a chance, but so far what I've heard, I'm not really digging.
And this is going to be
I'm not that impressed, but I'll give you a try. Oh, Chris, we'll give you a try. What else you got?
All right. The reason why I was calling up is Saturday. Definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
Where's the O&A Village going to be set up? Is it going to be set up early?
Yeah, it's
or where's the majority of the
shut up!
That's a good question, though, sir. Go ahead.
It's a great question, but then you continue with your question. I hate people that continue with their question. They ask the question, but then they continue with the question.
Okay,
the O&A
here comes your answer.
Will be very close to the venue. I'm not sure exactly where, right outside the venue. And that opens up, if Kenny was in here, he could tell me, but the show starts at 8, Jimmy?
Yes.
So I guess the Village would be something like 6 to 8. And then the tailgating will happen before that. I mean, the faithful listeners will be out at Jones Beach probably by 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Kenny ran in here.
Kenny, go.
Good morning. The schedule so far, CBS is starting their tailgate party 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So, CBS is having an official tailgate party?
Yeah, there's like a big tailgate party by CBS.
Was there too much fun when the listeners did it on their own?
There's no girls.
That CBS has to go in and maybe rip out some of that fun that was in it.
No girls, no booze.
Looks like
a bunch of men drinking Hawaiian punch, having sales discussions.
Yeah.
Ties are mandatory.
You can buy your pink ties, and they're going to be a booth selling fake braces so you could look like Tom Chiasano.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened. I mean, obviously these guys are alluding to it. Tom figured out how to sponsor a tailgate party. It used to be just a thing that the fans did, and they just kind of made it up up as they went along. All of a sudden, like, you're like, a beer pong table. That's cool. And then another guy is, like, cranking out the radio show or his favorite Opie and Anthony bits. Then there's a little barbecue over here. But no, Tom has now decided he needs to take the fun out of the tailgating.
He's going to hand out
make an official wink, wink, nudge, nudge, meaning I'm getting a lot of money in my back pocket. Tailgate party.
He's going to hand out Wow vomit bags. Today's Blackout was sponsored by...
Who is sponsoring the O&A tailgating party?
I'm just guessing. I think it's like Toyota Tundra, and they got hot wings, and they got all kinds of like...
Oh, great.
Do they have wings?
Yeah.
You know, when you step back from our position and just look at the big picture, Tom is an amazing man. The guy can just about sell anything.
But see, it's not about fun with him, and that's the problem I have.
You know what?
Well, fun and
it's all about
sales
money,
rarely go hand in hand.
No, you got to keep the fun in radio.
Yeah.
I don't really see that with Tom. I see, let's... Oh, shut up, Chris!
Oh, Chris is trying to get his line in.
Chris, you know how people have to, like, change to a different radio show? I got to change to a different caller. Goodbye.
You're just turning him off.
Right.
But anyway, 3 o'clock, CBS tailgating. The Village starts 5:30.
Oh, 5:30, okay.
All right, and then the comedy show extravaganza will start at 7.
And then, I'm not sure because it depends on each venue, then after the show, we usually hang out and do some stuff, too.
Yeah, well, we do our infamous autograph signing.
Yes.
When we sell a lot of merchandise, people, subliminal hint.
I was going to say, you beat me to the punch.
That's subliminal?
Also called the buy something from Jimmy Norton.
Yeah.
After our party.
He has subliminal, like, Kenny works for the movie companies. He subliminally does, like, ads. Like, in the middle of the movie, you just see his figure walking across with a Coke going, yummy.
This beverage is delicious.
Yeah.
All right. You excited, Kenny? The big day finally here. 2 days away.
I'm beyond excited. And you brought up the body painting yesterday. I'm working on that.
Oh, nice.
I know I put you in a panic because I came back because I forgot something in the office, and all I hear is Kenny talking to the guys, and now they want body painting. I'm overwhelmed here, people.
Body painting.
And that's going to cost money, and I got to find that last minute.
Yeah, but the thing that's going to set you off is there's no nudity at Jones Beach because it's a state park.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's not real nudity.
Yeah, we in the Opie and Anthony world, we learned a long time ago, if you have a millimeter of paint on your body, you're not nude.
Yeah, it's like a...
Look it up.
It's not just regular spray paint stuff. It's like this latex stuff that is kind of thick.
Right.
And it works almost as a brassiere.
Yeah.
It's a spray-on brassiere.
Yeah.
Right, but we're lucky if we can afford watercolor with our budget.
I know.
We'll just get some listeners with, watercolors.
Yeah, our budget isn't too impressive, but it's still a fine show.
Yeah. No, we feel good.
All right, so the tickets are still available through Ticketmaster. You go to Virus Tour, one word on MySpace, to get all the updates on the tour. Because the other cities are sitting there like, will you shut up? We're nowhere near Jones Beach, but we're coming close to you guys as well.
Yeah, why you?
So go to Virus Tour for all the updates, one word. And tomorrow after the show, if you could find us, we're going to have 100 tickets to give away to Jones Beach for Saturday.
It's after this show.
Yeah, after the show, if you could find us.
There's a deli next door I'm going to afterwards, and I'm going to bring all my friends from the radio show to the deli. That's a door or two down from here. So you want to maybe see us wherever you can. But that's
we'll give away some tickets.
To a deli.
We're walking down 57th Street.
That's right.
There you go. So if you find us, we'll give you tickets as long as they last.
And you might want to remind listeners to bring their sunscreen Saturday because it's all outdoors.
What's the weather forecast for Saturday?
You're doom and gloom all the time. Matter of fact, Anthony from New York, go ahead.
Hey, boys, love the show.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm getting all pumped up to go to this virus, and we're pretty excited about it. And then Kenny gets on the phone, or on the radio, and it's so depressing, I just feel like crying.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it, Anthony. I mean, you bring up a great point. We were in the office earlier, and a story comes on the news. We got the news just playing the whole time we're in the office before the show, getting a little info. And there's a story about a guy that was mowing his lawn. He got hit by a bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
They held up his pants. They were shredded. And one of his shoes, his left shoe, was split from the top of the shoe all the way down to the sole of the shoe. It was just split open and blown out. And he had to put bandages on his left foot. The guy was pretty screwed up, but he was okay. He was alive. And Kenny looks and goes, I once saw a guy that got hit by lightning and his feet blew off. They were still in his shoes.
So, like, Kenny had to top the story because we're looking like, holy crap, it blew his pants off. His pants, he held them up. It looked like when the Incredible Hulk would turn into the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then he'd stop being the Hulk and his pants were all shredded. That's what his pants look like. Looks like they made his pants that way. But they blew off him. And it was bad enough. We're like, oh, my God, man, could you imagine that? The guy I saw, his feet blew off. Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks a lot.
For conjuring up that little image.
All right, Anthony, we'll see you at Jones Beach or what? I guess not. I guess not.
Just hung up on you, Opie.
Let's go to Ryan in New Jersey. Ryan, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I'm listening to you guys this morning, bro, talking about Tucson, Arizona, and I got good news for you guys, man.
Yeah.
Out in Tucson, bro, they got what we might want to call a crystal meth epidemic, so 3 o'clock in the morning is perfect, bro.
Oh, okay. Hey, we want to say hi to all the meth heads.
Yeah, we're going to start talking a lot
in
faster.
Tucson.
We're going to have a lot more energy on this show so we can relate to those guys.
Great. We'll do breaks on scabs.
How people are watching us, following us.
You guys got to talk a little bit faster for them, bro.
I hear you. We got black helicopters outside the window right now as we speak, though, so we're in good shape.
Go, man.
All right, Ryan.
How about we just remind people to wipe that white stuff from the corners of their mouth every 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That'll help the meth people.
All right, let's go to John in Maine. Let's go, John.
Hi, John.
What's up?
Hey.
I just want to say, Tucson can bite me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
sorry. What
I love when the areas start fighting with each other. Maine hates Tucson today.
Maine's jumping on Tucson.
I like it. I like it a lot. What's up, John?
It's Defenders of the Faith, K-Rock, man.
Hey, when was the last time you saw a moose?
What's that?
Oh, forget it. I want to do a moose bit with you, but you're not going with anything. Why are you calling?
I am just calling to give my opinion.
Of what?
Maine and Tucson.
Tucson?
Yes.
Tucson.
I didn't like Tucson.
All right. Thank you.
By the way, since today is Fun Fact Thursday.
Wow.
Wow, Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's Fun Fact Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday's a day for fun facts.
I like how these days... How come they never happen every week?
Ooh, can I guess what the fun fact is?
Certainly can.
Right?
It's a fact that your parents are swingers. You finally found out.
Yes.
No, that would be on Humiliation Monday. Fun Fact Thursday.
Fun Fact Thursday.
Yes.
Did you guys know 50 Cent? I didn't know this had like a stock in that stupid flavored vitamin water, which I happen to like.
Yeah.
Yeah?
They sold it to Coke.
He just made like 50...
$100 million.
Oh, it's 100.
Are you kidding?
50
City?
$100 million off of 4.5.
On a legitimate business venture.
Very legitimate.
He created a grape flavor for, what was it called? There was a name of the grape version of the vitamin water that was 50 cent. Yeah.
Glass, whatever it was.
What's it called, E-Rock?
Yeah, E-Rock,
E-Rock, what is it?
Please.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, you don't know for sure?
I was looking at some hot chicks.
Formula 50? I don't know if it's...
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah.
Is it Formula 50? I think it's
Formula 50.
All right. Yeah, because vitamin water was just sold, and 50 Cent gets $100 million.
Wow, E-Rock.
$100 million.
He goes taking a swig.
All right.
He's trying to be all quiet now when he drinks his water.
Why don't you just get a saline IV drip? Almighty, how thirsty are you?
Hydrate yourself.
Hey, Jones Beach, Saturday, high of 79 with isolated thunderstorms, so we might be looking at some nice wet T-shirts.
Ah.
See?
Isolated.
Turn a negative into a positive. If it was Kenny, he would turn it into a complete weather disaster.
I think they ought to close the venue. This could be dangerous. You could be held liable.
Even though it's going to rain, don't bring your umbrellas, people. You could get struck by lightning, and then your shoes will be left at the venue with your feet attached.
If the paint runs on the girls that are body painted, we could get in big trouble.
You don't want to spend a night in jail.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. No, you don't.
You love it.
You don't.
Hey.
If the Grim Reaper could tap dance and click his heels. Can someone tell Eric the monitor's not on?
Yeah, well.
Oh, no, E-Rock.
I don't know what happens with these guys. Every morning we have to say the exact same. I feel like I'm living Groundhog's Day.
It's the same routine.
It's amazing to me.
Every day.
Ned? Ned Ryerson?
Turn on the monitor.
By that way,
where's the show prep?
The guy who says Ned Ryerson? Ned?
Yeah.
That guy was in Mississippi Burning. He played Clayton Townley, the head Klansman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not such a happy fella in that movie.
What do you say? I love Mississippi. He was like a segregationist Klansman. Clayton Townley.
Wow.
What's his name?
I don't know his real name.
Good actor, I guess.
I told the story years ago. One of my greatest celebrity moments ever was with that guy, Stephen Tobolowsky or something like that. Famous character actor. He was in Memento. Excuse me. Yeah. He lived on my street, Jimmy.
Really?
He was filming some kind of movie in New York, so I guess he was renting on my street because I haven't seen him in a while now. And he was all of a sudden he was there every day. I was seeing him for about maybe 6 to 8 months, and then he just was gone. He had kids. I think it was his wife or girlfriend or something. Always walking the streets in my neighborhood. And one day I'm with Jay, a friend of Aunt and I's. And I said, I have to do it. So he's passing me, and I did the whole...
didn't.
Ned Ryerson.
Did he just look at you disgusted?
Absolutely.
Like, oh, God, do you think I don't hear that all the time?
I was thinking I was being clever, and then you realized, no.
I sure as heck fire know you.
Right.
Oh, shut up.
He rolled his eyes and just kind of acknowledged that someone was talking to him, and then proceeded on his way. But just as obnoxious as I could, I'm like, Ned Ryerson.
That is great to just like blurt crap like that out and watch celebrities just go, oh, all right.
Because you think you're the one that came up with the clever thing to say to them.
Yeah, you're not.
Nah, they've heard it all.
Well, I'm such a hack. I met Pesci outside of... my mother used to call him Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci?
Yeah, and I met him outside the...
Did she ever hook up, her and Dad?
I'm sure.
Pesci and his girl?
I'm sure they did. No, they might have...
Bermuda?
Her, Pesci and De Niro have turns where they're in 1980. Scorsese's trailer. No, it was... Pesci was outside of... the Comedy Cellar, so I went over for a photo, and I was so starstruck. I swear to God, all I said to him was, I loved you in Goodfellas. I loved you in Goodfellas.
And he's probably like, who didn't?
But it was like,
who didn't?
Could I have been a bigger hack in real life? Yeah. I loved you in Goodfellas.
See, what you got to do is you got to IMDb.
Yes.
And you can do it right from your BlackBerry or whatever you're carrying around these days. And just find that one movie that was just a god-awful bomb and say you loved him in that.
Yeah, like...
We did that to...
Dennis Quaid. How much fun did we have with Dennis Quaid? All the movies Dennis Quaid made. And I spent the entire interview doing a Mickey Rooney impression from the movie Bill.
Yeah.
It was like one of his first roles. It was a TV movie where Mickey Rooney plays a retarded gentleman. He was institutionalized his whole life. And this filmmaker, Dennis Quaid, decides he's going to do a documentary on him. And finds out after time that, Bill is a real nice guy and sweet guy and kind of... builds a relationship up with him as a friend. And that's the whole story. But Bill is hysterical. It is a comedy. You watch this and just laugh at Mickey Rooney's interpretation of what a retarded gentleman is supposed to be like.
It's so hard to get that movie.
So over the top. I know.
And when it came out originally, I don't think it got any type of buzz. How many stars did that movie get? Go to Rotten Tomatoes. It was reviews on that.
It was just awful. And don't look at Bill on his own. That's the sequel, and it doesn't even compare.
No.
It was Bill. It was Dennis Quaid and Mickey Rooney. And we get Dennis Quaid on the phone, and I just start going, my buddy! Barry's my buddy! And he probably hadn't heard anyone ever reference that movie because he started cracking up going, you've got to be kidding me.
He loved it, but then what's great about our show, I have to pat ourselves on the back today, we just continue.
Like, we didn't stop.
Like, it gets to a point where, all right, move on, let's talk about something else I did, and we refuse. It was all about Bill.
It was just about the one movie he did that no one knows about. Bill, it's Barry. I'm calling my friend Barry. Okay, what's his number? 359-625-384-39-572. He didn't know how many numbers were in a phone number.
Bill was a dope.
He was a complete dope.
Yeah.
And then he starts running after some old lady. It's my sister. That's my sister from Florida Street. And he's running after her, and she goes, no, stop, my name's Ida. And she's running away from this retarded guy.
Zell.
Yeah, Zell. That's Sarah, my sister, Sarah. And she's like, no. And they had wacky cam, like the camera was shaking, and she's running away looking into the camera lens going, I'm Ida. It was classic.
Hey, by the way, we got to take a break, but real fast. Matt, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Make it fast. We're in a speed round right now. What's up?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm a looper. My boss calls me Danny Boy.
Looper Pro Jack.
Hey, a little fun fact about myself. I looped for at least 10 to 12 years.
That's awesome. This is my 10th season. Yeah, I'm still freaking a jock. But, hey, Jim, you're the best. But your fun fact should be a fun fact fossil. That Formula 50 drink, that stupid drink I've been drinking for 2 years. So thanks for the fun fact there, pal.
Oh, you know why I read it today, sir? It was in the Post on page 6, so it came to my attention. I don't claim to be the inventor of fun facts. I only bring them when I feel the fun potential.
Wow. And why does a fun fact have to be something that's topical or timely? A fun fact can be old. Well, I could bring up a few fun facts from, let's say, the late 30s to the mid 40s, but I choose not to. I'll stick to the current ones.
It's a current fun fact because, you know, the deal that he made just happened less than a week ago. He made $100 million.
Yeah.
Bert from Philly, fun fact, Don Herbert, the late Mr. Wizard, was a decorated World War II B-2 bomber pilot.
Are you kidding me?
We're doing fun facts all day long now.
Now that's a fun fact that I could have brought up.
Jimmy, start it. It's Fun Fact Thursday.
Was Bill released on DVD last month?
Oh,
and
cool.
If it's Bill on his own, I will do things to you.
All right, listen,
Travis.
One more before the break. We started talking about Tucson. We end this break talking about Tucson.
Tucson.
Mike in Tucson, what's up?
Hey, brother, I'm sorry about the idiot earlier.
That's all right. What do you got?
Nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you guys, great job. I listen to you every day. You guys keep it rolling, man. Keep me awake. I run a pump truck in the middle of the night, so.
Pump truck.
Great. That's who we're talking to.
What are you pumping?
Concrete.
We're talking to guys that decide not to finish high school, so they got to get jobs in the middle of the night. Thanks, Tucson.
I'm certain he makes a nice dime.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm sure he does fine with that pump truck.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
That's all right. No problem, bro.
All right. Hey, Kevin from Connecticut. Jimmy's doing the fun facts, and Kenny gives us gloomy facts every day, so there you go.
Gloom facts.
No, Ken's idea of fun facts just aren't fun.
No. There's nothing fun about Kenny.
No, not at all.
All right, we break. When we get back, we got to give you the update on Vince McMahon. Sam's all over this story. We got the latest on that, his death. And we definitely got to talk about the gay bomb in a few minutes.
What?
The government was working on a gay bomb.
Stop.
I swear to God.
How come I consider myself very well-read as far as the news goes? I check all the sites. I have not heard about the gay bomb.
This isn't some wacky radio bit. They actually were working on this. They believe they had the formula to make a gay bomb.
Oh, my God.
All right. Let me imagine what the ingredients are.
Where it gets aimed at.
It's Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. I got to tell you, the family, a couple of my brothers called me and emailed me last night.
Yeah.
Couldn't get enough of that video that we turned everyone on to yesterday from Second Life.
Oh, yeah.
Free hugs.
Guy with his free hug sign.
I think if you throw free hugs, Second Life into YouTube, you get to check out this fine video of this just naked, out-of-shape, beer-belly dude with an awful, like, monster face, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, what was the reference you used yesterday, Jimmy?
They look like Bob Kelly.
Well, that.
True.
And I forget his name from Ed Wood.
Tor Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he's got a big, oversized
unit
that he's just kind of
swinging around. It's a virtual game online called Second Life, and you make up a character, you animate him, you get to pick his physical attributes, and then you walk around and live this second life. That's what it's called, Second Life. And a lot of people like just really living a life there. They go to the beach, they meet with people, they go to clubs, they do this all in a virtual world. And then there's some people that just have to be complete asses, make the characters' physical attributes completely obese, make a hideous-looking face, and then put on giant privates and go around and just wave it around.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
It's stunning.
It is hilarious to look at.
On regular radio, this should not. Are we allowed to say that they had animated a giant penis on the character?
I don't. No, you could say that, but then we might have a problem saying what he was doing with it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Just go check out the video. It's going to be on our website.
Yeah.
Within the next hour or so.
It's weird how like
rules. Stupid rules. Our phone number is...
came in and challenged and said that he is a fun guy, and I'm convinced.
Yeah, sold me.
He's a fun guy.
877-212-5762. He's already mad at me this morning.
Why?
Leave it at that. So I told him to leave, and he said, I'll leave when I'm ready. And
I missed that.
And then he goes, I'm ready now.
It's his...
Oh, yeah.
It's his ship. This is his command.
It is.
He was kind of annoying me, so I'm like, go.
And he goes, I'll go when I want.
And he goes, and I'm ready to go.
And now he's ready to go.
How much longer did he wait before he said I'm ready to go now?
About 3 seconds. But he left on his terms.
Look, we get scared when we see ties in general. I mean, Tom's been he's been good to us for the last year.
He's the skipper. Here's how I see it, too.
I'll be honest. I think our relationship with Tom is way better than I ever thought it would be.
Yeah. Tom's a guy who made it through, he's one of those guys that made it through a bunch of wars. You know what I mean? He made it through a bunch of wars, and then he's not going to have a reckless platoon take him out in his last tour and get shot in the head. That's Tom's position. That's exactly what his position is. He does not like... He's seen our past record of fragging our lieutenants.
Oh, yeah.
We have fragged many a superior officer during our career. And Tom ain't going to be that guy. So whether it's him being overly cautious on certain things, we have to sell him harder on things that we want to do for him to, really investigate whether it can be done, whether it's feasible or not. That's the mindset he's in, because he's been through the mill with Howard over the years, and he knows how to work it, but he doesn't want us to do what happened to, Ken Stevens and Jeremy and the multitude of other people that we've left in our wake of death and destruction. As we just skip through life with our shoelaces untied.
Yeah.
That's his side of the whole thing. Which I definitely see. I would love to be able to do anything we want in here. But it just ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
Well, I basically said that he says no to everything. And he goes, well, did I get you that Father's Day thing at the Bunny Ranch? I go, yeah. Well, there you go. I'm like, yeah, but you said no to it. So many things I can't even list anymore.
Steve had his notebook, and I'm like, well, Steve, open the notebook. What are all these things? Steve was standing there looking like an old cancer eyebrow.
Let me open up my notebook. Ooh, his buttocks was firm and tight as I walked behind him down the side. Oh, wait, these are my personal notes.
And then there's a negotiation that goes on, because he goes, I said hi to the, yes to the tar and feather bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you said no because the girls have to be in bikinis. That's not a yes. We want nude women to come in.
Yeah.
They're naked. We want to rub them with honey. Mm-hmm. And then we want to get industrial fans and just blow money all over them. And whatever money sticks, they get to keep. Because I said yes to that. I'm like, you said yes to that with bikinis, and it's just not as effective.
Of course it's not. It's awful.
Like, he doesn't understand that, He doesn't understand that part of a radio show. Like, that is not as exciting to listen to than if the girls were nude. But now he's like, but I said hi. I keep saying hi. I said yes to pasties.
Well, let me play the GM's advocate here.
All right.
He's just thinking...
Are you sucking up to the boss?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. It seems to be the good thing to do.
We got 2 jobs.
It's good cop, bad cop. Shut up.
Oh.
I think what he's thinking is, I'm sure even Tom, personally, thinks that nudity would be better for the air, and it would make it more exciting. personally. But professionally, he can't make that decision to say, that the girls can be naked. That's not his decision to make.
Comes. We're having a good show. You're going to take all the fun out of it.
No, I don't know. Tom may have some fun things. I have faith in Tom.
Boy, here we go.
I think
Anthony is
not. I don't think it's so much.
Anthony's
Tom
sucking up to you. There,
wanting
Tom.
to be. I'm playing the GM's advocate, as I like to go. It's GM's advocate Thursday today.
Thank you so much.
And I'm trying to put it in perspective that you personally would probably love to see a nude girl here getting honey put on her and money blown on her.
What fun would that be?
What fun would that be? Jeez, maybe he's right about your ties, Tom.
Every time Tom has to say yes, the tie whispers no. You don't need that. It's ugly. He's got Paul Lynde hanging around his neck.
What guy wouldn't like to see that?
Of course.
Oh, there you go.
Of course. But there are certain
he didn't really
things
answer
in
the
place.
question. He answers it by saying that.
Right.
There are things in place. There are, I guess the person that made that first steam engine got blown to bits when it exploded. Then they realized to put in certain safety valves.
Called gaskets and things like that.
Yes, and things that blow off that extra steam pressure, and you go, oh boy, we would have been blown up if that wasn't there. That's Tom. Tom is a valve.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Especially when
I'm sure he's loving that.
To keep throwing coal, even though the pressure gauge says stop now,
all right,
or you'll die.
Who's the guy tightening down the bolts?
Yes,
as the pressure gauge goes into the red.
It's damn funny. The coal thrower and Anthony show.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, well.
Go back to having fun.
I can only imagine what it's like dodging so many bullets over the years and then, having to deal with people that have probably gotten some of their superior officers killed.
Just a few.
There's a memorial wall based on our show.
All right.
People, I think family members go to it and do little rubbings of their names. Oh, Ken Stevens.
All the careers.
Oh, Ken.
Is there a name for radio Tourette's?
Radio Tourette's.
Radio
no.
Tourette's. Why?
Yeah, because I think of blurting out ideas before we thought them out, is it?
Oh, is that what you think?
Yes.
No, girls!
That's kind
Rally!
of... That helps.
Right.
That helps the listening experience, though. We like to bring some of our creative meetings onto the air.
I like the spontaneity of a lot of things where you come up with something and go, wow, that would be really cool, and then you just dive into it head first.
Spontaneity is good, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like that.
As long as it's well honed and sponsored.
As long as it's well thought out, spontaneity.
He calls it spontaneity.
It is spontaneity.
Today's spontaneity moment was sponsored by.
Exactly. This is still at the end of the day a BI business.
A BI business.
BI business. That's right.
More business than fun, though, Tom.
Well, they say
we're going for fun. You're going for business.
No. This is a fun business.
It's a teeter. I see it as a teeter-totter. We're each sitting on the end of business and fun. Yes. And someday, when Tom's way up on top, we're going to jump off and let him hurt his tailbone. That's right. Like we did in the playground.
That would be when Tom was way at the bottom. Then you're going to jump off and Tom would jump to the top, wouldn't he?
No.
Gravity doesn't work.
We'll explain gravity.
You're right. No, sorry.
We'll take a gravity lesson.
Go Google teeter-totter.
Or I'll be at the bottom and someone will throw a lead weight idea and then I'll spring to the top.
Why couldn't we do the branding bit? See, now I'm getting fun facts.
Bit?
Oh, is Steve coming in finally?
Yeah, they could sign enough stuff so we could do a branding bit.
Someone wanted to be come in and be branded.
The word hate across his chest.
Human sacrifice should be next in the studio.
We actually used to think about that on
but people get branded. People get branded all the time
for fraternities and stuff.
Just not here.
It's like a new form of piercing and tattooing and things like that. Is the branding.
I see guys in football all the time with those horseshoes on their arms.
Yeah.
That's
they brand them. But that's a no-go?
That's a no-go.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, we're not willing to take the risk. Just like we don't let tattoos happen in here. There's a health risk.
Yeah.
And the health risk is too high.
So if they got some kind of infection or something, they could then say...
Let's say you put the brand on the guy, and the guy has a heart attack because of the searing pain.
You get a big laugh out of it.
Ratings.
Right. He signed his life away.
Exactly. So. Ratings. I have a great idea. No, let's not go there.
But that's like saying, that's probably a risk. But if you have, if say you sponsor something where you swim for charity or you do so, isn't there always a risk that someone can have a heart attack? Is that stuff not sign-offable? Because a heart attack can happen when you're doing anything. If you're having a jumping jacks contest or whatever, they have to sign away a health thing. When I
supervising the Opie and Anthony show.
I had to go for a physical to prove that I was okay. They cover themselves, so if I have a heart attack on stage, my manager can't sue them, my family can't sue them and say they stressed me out too much, I had a heart attack on the stage.
They can have a heart attack when we give away tickets to our show.
Exactly.
Because of excitement.
They see the awful seats they get.
There's risk and then there's elevated risk.
But is that not sign-offable? If someone says, I'm sober and I wear the risk and they go for a physical maybe first with a doctor that CBS says is acceptable, is there not a way to do that?
Listen, there's releases that can be written for anything, and anybody can say, you know what, I really didn't understand what I signed when I signed the release and sue you anyway. So
True. But then there's also, let's say we wanted to do a show where you plug into the wall and hit the person with a couple 100 volts, and they drop dead. Whether he signed a release or not, I believe that is negligence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. The water people got off.
I think that was because she did seem kind of fine.
They still have to answer to God, but they got off.
True. They'll be judged later in the afterlife.
We should
the water drinking people.
Can we do a water drinking thing here?
Of course not.
If it's fun.
If it's fun.
How about if we get sponsored by 50 cents vitamin water?
Tom, see, look, we got to take a break, see?
I'm leaving.
Oh, darn. We want to talk to you for another 10 minutes, but we want to make sure we break on time.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Chiasano.
Always a pleasure.
And it's kissing your ass.
I'm just trying to put it in perspective.
You've changed, man.
I have not. Got a mortgage and I just bought a new car. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you really, whenever he's nice to someone, I'm like, well, he just picked up a new payment for something.
Yeah, I know.
That wasn't about Tom. That was about, the Escalade came in.
Yeah, you've changed.
I have not.
We used to just go at him from all angles.
Gotta pick your battles. That one ain't gonna be one.
I will say it didn't work out well.
Why?
In the end. It worked out well for, ratings and notoriety, but in the end, there was all of 2003 and all of 2004.
Exactly.
Could we have just been a zoo crew? Me and Open Montreal, or me and Open Dallas. We really were an alternative couple traveling the country.
We really
Why
were.
did we do that?
All right, well, what can I tell you? I just want Tom to admit that fun is not the first thing he thinks about in the morning. I don't even think it's in the top 10. That's all I want him to admit to.
Company wouldn't fire him. I mean, he'd have, you know how bad he'd have...
I don't know. Everyone is expendable in this new day and age of corporate ownership of everything.
Yeah,
everyone's expendable.
All right, Vince McMahon update.
Oh, my God. Now, at least we're getting into tragedy here.
We got to take a break, though. The gay bomb.
And yesterday,
hear about the gay bomb.
Not really. I think it's just us hanging with
Jimmy Norton.
I like when it's just us sometimes.
Me too. No, I just thought someone had said Patricky. I thought Patricky was coming in.
Tomorrow he'll be in.
I read the email he wasn't coming in, and I was disappointed.
I didn't read it.
By the way, we got to figure out the Father's Day thing. Are we going to just hand it over to Bear? We'll explain. Oh, here he comes again. We have to break.
But you can't do that.
What?
Tom
is fun.
No, Tom has more fun than probably anybody in this room.
All right, what do you do for fun?
I'll deal with that.
There we go. You have more fun than Jim Norton? Are you crazy?
Did you ever fly below the equator to pay for prostitution? Case closed.
Thank you. Go.
That's fun. We see on the next break what Tom thinks is fun. I would like to... I want to know what Tom thinks
This
is fun.
show sucks.
No, I think that Tom is interesting. And look, the guy's been making a lot of money for a long time.
All right, what do you do for fun, Tom?
All sorts of different things. Every day I wake up, it's fun. Every day, if you have been where I've been.
Oh, now he has to make it serious.
I'm being serious, but it is serious.
You look at every day.
Every frickin' day is fun.
Right.
When you're in Sloan Kettering and you don't know whether you're leaving the hospital or not, and you do, every day becomes fun. And
except that day. That day probably wasn't fun.
And you find something to laugh about every day when they're telling you, and they're telling your wife behind your back whether they don't know whether you're going to live or not. Then believe me, every day is a fun day. I don't want to get too serious.
Oh no!
You should hang out with Kenny, man.
Well, you know, I understand.
Kenny knows.
Please, Kenny would find the one.
I'd rather hang out with Kenny than your angst.
Oh,
here
nice.
we go. I like this, man.
Here we go.
This is good. This is a nice little battle.
I like my angst.
We were just talking about fun.
Yeah, I know.
So fun.
Yeah.
And
he's proven that he's all about fun, obviously. Wow.
Whenever you get that second lease on life,
right,
you kind of you look at every day as of how am I going to enjoy myself today instead of make myself miserable.
I wouldn't say that's more of like an attitude in life, which is I kind of wish I had. It's like you just live every day as very full as you can. But what do you do for fun? What do you go out and do besides the joy of living, which is
right?
Something that I certainly have. But what do you?
No, go ahead. You talk. It wasn't my question. No, that's all right.
What was your question?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you talk.
Okay, I know. I was curious as to what you would do for what do you consider like fun things to do, like that are not just like joy of living things, which are like what do you? Because honestly, like when you look at a priest or something, those guys a lot of times have joy of living. They're happy with their work. They're feeling close to God. But I wouldn't say that they go out and have fun.
I would assume probably golfing with friends is good. Playing
absolutely.
cards with friends.
Starting every morning off, sending my daughter-in-law an annoying note is fun. Finding ways to bother her is fun. Doing
bothering people.
Yeah, exactly. Annoying people. I take high joy in annoying people.
I guess he's having fun right at this moment. Then.
Exactly.
Oh, damn.
There's that angst, Tom. Woo.
Exactly.
All right. Well.
I like how Tom has a podium in here to rest his hands on and give like a speech.
But it's too low. He looks like Herman Munster if he was roasting someone. Tom
makes me feel tall.
His fingertips are just touching the bottom of the podium.
Know what's funny about Tom? Usually, he would be yelling and screaming that we have to break, but it's about him, so he'll talk until he's done.
It's about me. It's fine. Absolutely.
See,
it's kind of like you.
Do we make you laugh? Do we make you laugh?
Yes.
All right. Good.
I never thought Tom liked me.
No, I've come to like you, Jimmy.
That's great.
I was right, though.
Went through a point of tolerating you.
Oh, please. At first it was, ugh, and then it was, and now it's...
It's a little past,
Right.
Yeah, and now it's the eyebrow raise in the hall.
Right.
It's gone from,
did puree,
I think you turned him around when you were talking about his size.
Out of fungus now?
Right. Louis Pasteur.
But I never thought of that.
Fun fact Thursday.
Right, so
hey, look what Dan is doing.
Let's take a break. Thank you, Tom.
It's always a pleasure.
Always.
Are you going to stay there when we break?
Because
then it's going to get really awkward.
Start talking about me again, so if you go to break, then it's safe.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm just going to talk about you all day. So just keep walking down the hall.
He's doing his cardio today, just walking back and forth from the office.
And I purposely wait for him to get all the way back to his office, and then we bring him up again.
You want to hear the cushy sit down in the leather seat?
I swear to God, I know that it's a long walk, and I'll wait, and then we'll bring him back up again, because he just got comfortable with his morning coffee, and he's like, gotta get back up and get down there.
You are
For the record,
bastard.
I love my angst, and I will never lose my angst. It's Opie and Anthony.
Show.
1, 2, 3, Rock. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
I'm like a rookie. What's wrong with me? Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. If you're just tuning in, we changed formats here in New York.
Again?
Nah, I mean, we're doing the K-Rock, the music thing, and we're very, very happy about that, actually. But coming back, I'm not used to the new sweepers.
Yeah.
And I'm hitting our music a little early.
Oops.
Way too many times, by the way.
A little premature?
Yeah. The Free Hugs videos officially up on our website. Great. 877-212-5762. Very interactive radio show. Ooh. Give us a call if you got something. It's Opie and Anthony. Getting very excited about Jones Beach.
Oh, yeah.
2 days out, man. And the forecast looking pretty good. Isolated thunderstorms, that's all right. We could all handle that.
I just saw a weather forecast that said nothing about isolated thunderstorms.
All right, good.
It said partly cloudy and had a big sunshine.
Great.
In the 80s.
We got a Vince McMahon update. We're following this story very, very closely.
Now Sam's coming over, head down, shaking his head slowly.
I didn't even know Sam was a wrestling fan.
I didn't either. He kept it to himself. I knew E-Rock was the big wrestling fan.
You know what? We got to talk to E-Rock, too, because I think I go up on... I move a spot up on his hero list. If Vince McMahon's out of the picture...
No, you weren't. Vince wasn't in between you and number one.
Oh,
it was
really?
just his dad.
What was that again?
His dad and you. It was his MySpace list of heroes in his life. And what was it? Number 1
is his father.
Then
me.
Number 2,
Opie.
Greg Opie Hughes.
Right.
Was at number 2. And I didn't even make the list.
Can I ask E-Rock something? Now, as far as I'm concerned, is it Greg Hughes, the actor that plays Opie on the Opie and Anthony show, or is it the character that I portray on the show?
It did say Opie.
Oh, all right.
And Hulk Hogan was 3, right?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was 3. So you're squeezed between his dad and Hulk Hogan.
I got confused because I thought Vince McMahon was on the list.
He was a little further down.
Oh, but he was
on the list?
How
many heroes do you have?
I think there was like 12.
He had like 12. Yes, Stan?
And like anything else we make fun of Eric for, he then removed it from his page within 12 hours.
Of course.
Did you really? What was your MySpace page? El Ducho Bago?
Why did you remove me from, or you removed the heroes list?
The whole list.
Why?
We all have heroes. All right, Vince McMahon.
Oh, he's nervous.
Why did you remove it? What's wrong with you?
Because we made fun of him.
Yeah. I want your heroes list back up there.
I want to know what the heroes list was.
And I want to be moved up past your father.
Wow. That's a tall order. Past dear old dad?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
You rock.
And do it on Father's Day.
Yeah, do it on Father's Day. And make sure you send out a MySpace bulletin that your dad gets.
Wait.
I got an update on my MySpace account. Just want everyone to go there and check out the updates. And your father gets it and realizes he's been knocked down a notch.
Yeah. Eric, I just want to know. Now, heroes are very important things in life, people. You usually know and are able to convey why they are indeed heroes. Your father. Mm-hmm. Why is your dad a hero? Besides just, making you, why is your dad your hero?
And why is there not Bette Midler music playing under this?
Bette Midler music.
Whatever. Why is that song? Why is Wind Beneath My Wings not playing?
That's true. Did you ever know?
Stupid.
That
I
you're my
went with
hero?
Mariah Carey, Hero.
Yeah?
Myself, sure. That's the greatest hero song.
Is it? I don't know that one.
I think that's
but
the number
Eric
one hero song.
aspires to be things. So
yes.
Because you might be the wind beneath his wings, but technically you don't walk in his shadow. That's true.
I need to be a huge windstorm to be the wind beneath his wings.
That's true. He's singing to this tsunami.
I wish it was Friday so I could point and laugh.
It's not point and laugh Friday.
So you
it's
can just
Fun Fact Thursday.
Fun Fact Thursday.
Fun Fact Thursday. Eric is too fat to be lifted by a little wind.
Oh,
no disrespect. I mean, it's a
it was
fun
a
fact.
fun fact. What happened, E-Rock?
You don't need.
You can't find that?
Any music?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. Okay,
Please,
play it a little.
Hey,
play a little
I'm
bit
your
of
hero. You better play mine.
No, this is
see? I knew you'd pick my song over yours, Jimmy.
I did too.
Now, E-Rock, your dad.
Yeah.
Why is your dad a hero for you?
It's good with money. Very good.
Good with money.
He
Why does he know how to steal it from other people on his staff when he wins a lotto off a ticket that was supposedly community property of the rest? Forget it.
He's good with money, which means he knows how to send E-Rock a lot of money.
Oh, is that it? He's good with money. He gives it to me.
Well, way to find a really emotionally valid reason.
Really?
Yeah, a hero. The bank should be a hero then.
See, money shouldn't come up. It should be like stuff like when I need him, he's there for me. And even though
don't give him ideas.
And even though he lives in West Palm Beach and I'm up here in New York, I could call him anytime.
Why do you love your father so much? He never forgets to carry the 6. All right, good.
So why else would you say Dad is a hero?
Wait, Clue, stop this bit, because I know where you're going. And I don't want to see him cry again. You made him cry last time you did this bit.
I just want to know why his dad is a hero, and then I might go to number 2.
You are going to go to number 2.
I might have to go to number 2.
And then what happened last time, he got very serious and gave you a serious answer, and I openly laughed at him, and he ran out of the studio crying.
And I'll tell you why he picked,
about that. Come on.
I'll tell you why he picked your song.
Yeah.
Because that song would hit him as hard as the Bette Midler song.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bette Midler song would have hit him a little too hard.
That's why he didn't play that.
Yeah, he might have gotten a little choked up.
both loaded.
Oh, okay.
All right, continue, Ant. I know how this is going to end.
Well, I just want to know, all right, let me think. Even though, because I just want to try to relate to this a little, even though my dad, he wasn't exactly the most responsible guy in the world.
Is your dad a hero?
Yes. My dad's one of my heroes. I look up to him, even though he was very irresponsible as a father. He was a very fun guy to hang out with and talk to. Like, he enlightened me as far as life goes, real life, not that fake, phony kind of things that dads sometimes tell their kids. It's things that they think they should tell their kids about life. My dad really gave it to me straight, told me about life, let me do a lot of things and make mistakes to learn by them. You know, the analogy of falling off a horse and getting back on it? I actually literally had to do that, falling off a horse and getting back on. A lot of, he called me gave me a girl for my birthday.
Instead of a 10-speed bike, you got a girl.
Right. I got to have sex
at 13
with a girl.
That's amazing.
And that was all thanks
13?
to my hero dad. Yes,
13.
Just 13.
I got a 10-speed bike. Anthony got a broad.
I got a broad. And it was just, he treated me like an adult. And it was very good. And my dad, yes, one of my heroes, even though I do talk about him yelling at my mommy and making me very scared and giving me stomach aches and throwing spaghetti against the wall.
My dad was my hero, and I miss him.
Aww.
Jimmy, what about your swinging dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Old wave it in your face, Pop. Of course. No, my father's a very sweet guy. He's very emotional. He's very affectionate. My dad's a very nice guy.
Yeah, very supportive of you, too.
Very supportive. Both my parents are. So
now, E-Rock, aside from money, you cold fish, what your father...
He's a hero because he's good with money?
He's good with money.
Put that other
great.
song on before I bite your face. Put that lovely Bette Midler song on.
I want to hear Bette Midler now.
Oh, all right.
Now we go to Bette Midler.
All right, continue.
As E-Rock then says, now, besides the money, E-Rock, why is your dad your hero, number one hero?
Well, he's been very supportive as far as work and education.
Don't bite everybody else's hero things what they just gave for their dads.
No, we butted heads a lot as far as education decisions, career decisions, things like that. But whatever I chose, he was very supportive. And
I thought you were going to say you guys butted heads as you were both reaching for the donuts.
Oh, damn.
That's not fat.
That isn't even nice.
Yeah, but they don't know that out there. That's what makes it funny for them in Tucson. Right, Tucson?
So he's supportive of what you did.
Rock.
Good. Any other reasons why he would be your hero? Think of what a hero is to people. Inspiration, things like that.
Yeah, there's some things that he's done that I don't think I'm really allowed to mention because he doesn't want it known that he did it.
Hitman, nice.
Child pornography?
Right.
What can't you mention?
Christ. Probably had the bullies killed. They used to pick on him. He kind of has that look like he could have been involved in some things.
He could have been.
Actually, E-Rock's father is a really good guy.
Yeah.
I just got to step out of my role on the show.
All right, the dad thing is nice. You almost feel like it's mandatory that a dad be a hero because if he's not, then you know you're kind of in a screwed up way. So that's cool. Let's move on to number 2.
Do we have to?
Yes. Opie is your number 2 hero. Right there below Dad. Now, what makes Opie a hero to you? Hero, not inspiration, things like that. I mean, that hero is a very strong word.
It is. It's somebody that it's a love. It's not
like I have a great.
Who's your number 2?
I have a great professional respect for Opie and Jimmy. It's a professional respect.
More me than Jimmy, though?
I wouldn't call them heroes. You got me the gig. I'm not stupid. What would I be, getting Jimmy water at his shows? Christ.
Uncomfortable.
No. He'd have been a dope if he said anything else. Good point.
But like a hero is... that's a strong word. What makes Opie the number 2 hero on your list?
Hero is love, E-Rock.
It really is.
All right, perhaps I wasn't...
Don't you back out now.
Not backing out, but
number 2. If he was number 8,
taking Hero as literally as you seem to be taking it.
Oh, hey, maybe I'm my definition of hero is a little different than yours. What, casual pal?
Yeah, what's your idea of hero?
You put Dad at number 1. That should prove that your interpretation of what hero is very important and very strong because it's your father. Right. So number 2, either there's a big drop-off, which is an insult, or he's your hero. Why is Opie your number 2 hero?
There's no way this isn't going to sound bad. All right.
Be truthful. And you could do the truth. Don't try to think of something.
I'm not.
Don't try to be cool.
Yeah, just be truthful.
Go ahead. Just look down. I'm not looking at you.
Shut your eyes and really think about it and go.
I'm drawing a blank here.
Hero.
No, but that's not good. You're editing yourself.
Yeah, let's go.
Don't be editing yourself.
Put yourself out there for once. It's okay.
Okay. When you guys came back to New York, I was working in some crappy top 40 station, and upon hearing your guys' show, I learned a different way to do radio, opened my mind, expanded it to a couple other areas in this business.
Just trying to figure out where the you guys splits off into Opie.
Yeah, that's
I want to see where I don't make the list at all, and Opie's number 2.
See, that hurts Anthony deep down. He'll never admit it, but
Anthony knows.
Give me a little REM. Everybody hurts.
It needs a little.
That's what I want. I want everybody hurts. By the way, this made Iraq cry last time. Everybody hurts.
That's all you want from this segment. All right,
there we go.
Cry, but
all right, continue.
So now, me and Opie, the show, it inspired you, taught you. Opie's the number 2 hero.
Yeah.
Continue.
Stop with the safe answers. Get to the meaningful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soon to be number 1.
Meaningful, right.
When the time came around where it looked like you guys were coming back to satellite radio, which company wasn't determined yet, but Opie contacted me and offered me a position to come back to come to the show.
What type of relationship did you envision having with Opie? A guy you respected and hero worshipped. What type of relationship did you envision having with him?
Pretty much how it is now.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
By the way, we contacted it because there was no one else.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, there's no one else. Might as well pick a fan of the show. We'll be able to boss him around a little more than others. Because if you get a guy that's actually been in a bunch of markets, he's not going to listen to us. He's not going to try as hard.
We need a pushover.
We need a pushover.
I don't believe Iraq when he says pretty much the way it is now. I want to know truthfully, what did you think your relationship, or what did you want? What kind of relationship did you want?
Seriously, to be part of the show. Like, to be, well, not to this extent of the trashing that I take on a daily basis. But
did it ever hurt you? Did Opie ever hurt your feelings?
Not in a long time, I don't think so. No.
Oh, not in a long time.
When does he hurt your feelings for real?
I would say about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but when the mics are off, you know what? It's a little different. And I don't even need to explain that on the air.
No.
I'm confident in myself. He's confident in what he does, and it's different when we're not.
How could he be?
Are you kidding me? He's
no one else is.
The only thing preventing him from blowing his head off with a shotgun is the thing that it might get better.
All right, let's be honest. I barely know you exist.
I want to know, when has Opie hurt your feelings?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you do.
No, seriously.
You remember every little raw moment. I just know that the relationship he wanted and the type of job he wanted here was like, you ever see those TV shows where there's the talk show host and the producer? and they like hang out and talk to each other, and the guys in the booth going, and go, and there's this respect, and the talk show host talks to the producer and is like, what are we going to do about this situation? And the producer is like in there. I think that's what E-Rock kind of envisioned.
A right-hand man type of thing.
Yes. Sort of a right-hand man.
Yes, like an Ed and Johnny type of thing, like a two comrades in arms, in a way.
Yeah, you're in it together.
Yeah,
that's it.
I was looking for a right-hand man, and then I realized that he had like a flipper for a hand.
So you have a high position on the show, and then these guys are brought on, and sometimes they give you the guff.
Unfortunately, Danny, you ass, because these guys love this stuff. He reminds me of the time that we ditched him at Giant Stadium.
Oh, wow, yeah.
After the Stones concert, right?
Yeah.
Now that had to hurt, right? That had to hurt not only on a level where you're stuck somewhere, which just sucks, but that had to hurt on a level like if I was really taken as an equal with all the other guys and as a respected, they never would have done this to me. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't party to that.
I forgot what happened. What happened, E-Rock? Refresh my memory.
It was the day after winning the lottery.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones concert at Giant Stadium. I was supposed to meet up with them because my tickets weren't in the same section as theirs. And as soon as the concert was over, I called Ben. Ben mumbled something like he was pretending that he couldn't hear me and hung up.
I gotta be honest, it was his idea.
Yeah.
But it was pretty funny. I got him.
So you're on this emotional high. You had won. You're going to see the Rolling Stones with your buddy, and then Ben was the producer at the time, and Opie's Opie, and you're going with the guys who were your bosses.
We waited. We had to wait at least 5 minutes in the parking lot.
How did you feel?
We gave him 5 minutes.
Well, there was 80,000 people. We figured we had to wait a little bit.
5 minutes.
We figured he would get caught up with the mob of people leaving the stadium.
How did you feel when they left?
Oh, I was pissed off.
But I mean,
what were you feeling when you went to where the car used to be?
I just saw the oil stains in the parking space.
Instead of being the big radio guy and like things doing good, and you're on the radio in New York, you're just the little fat kid from Florida again.
Oh,
Jimmy, it was the Rolling Stones, first time, and some of us ever saw the Rolling Stones. Mm-hmm. There was a skip in E-Rock's step as he's going back to the car. He's
probably thinking of talking about the show with all the guys. Hey, Opie, my hero, number 2. Did you see the way they hit the stage? It was amazing.
He can't wait to call shotgun.
Right. Shotgun, backseat guys. I'm riding up front.
For the slow ride back to Manhattan, and then empty parking spot.
So when you're standing there, what did that do? Are you like all of a sudden you're not the radio? Like all of a sudden, like, wow, man, I'm not like the radio guy who gets the respect. Like I'm just that little loser who always knew he was going to be a loser. No.
Oh my God,
I'm talking about
Jim.
the way your mind talks to you. I'm not talking about him, but that's the way you think in moments like that. Like I thought I was somebody special. I thought this was going to be something. And
now you're the brunt of a joke.
I'm the butt of a joke.
Yeah.
And I've always been the butt of a joke. Like, that's the way I'm saying your self-perception.
No.
How did you feel?
I was pissed off. I was walking around like, all right, maybe I'm in the wrong section. And then I recognized where I was. I would go, shh. I went, oh, crap, I am in the right section. I'm like, no, they didn't leave. They left. They were gone.
That was great about him being pissed off. I just went, you got to take it. I'm one of your bosses.
Oh. Eric's not good at this at revealing emotional answers.
No, he's not. He tries to.
Guy. He's a sweet guy, but he's not good at revealing. He
tries to be strong and I was pissed off, and meanwhile inside,
hurt.
Right below that surface is somebody who's really hurt.
Just
about
he was.
That.
You know what? E-Rock is getting tougher though.
Is he?
Yeah, we're toughening him up.
He'd have been crying by now last
He's not
year.
Cry. He won't cry. I just want to know emotionally how he felt for real.
We're getting that top 40 wussiness out of him.
Mm-hmm.
We really are. He's changing for the better, I think.
New hero list. You're gonna put one up.
His mouth's getting dry. I could hear.
I suppose I could.
No.
He's getting tougher though. It has to be said. How disappointed are you, Dan? You didn't get tears from the kid, you freak.
I know. What a waste of tape.
You know, the people out there that think I'm an ass, and you have every right to think that. You have no idea how much worse it gets off air with these clowns.
Well, that's what I'm asking him now. I'm saying, do you hate when these guys kind of team up on you? Like it's those three or those four against you, and you're probably like, why am I not teamed up with somebody or part of that team? Like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, how did Sam pass you by?
Actually, Sam kind of stands out from everybody because he doesn't just. Oh yeah, maybe I get the brunt of most of this, but he does go after everybody else.
But do you go after him? Like, why would you let Sam bully you? And that's what it is. It's bullying.
Nah, not really.
Yes.
And did you notice that Sam only started being nice to you when you started getting him stuff?
Not true. What did he get him, Dan?
What is he getting you?
Wait, what did he get him?
You know.
No, Eric and me are just friends. We talk about wrestling. We have a lot in common. He's on my heroes list.
What a smart ass.
Is Eric trying to be nicer to Sam, like with little gifts and little things like that, because he doesn't want to be humiliated by Sam by being filmed all the time and stuff like that? What'd you get you?
Eric has done a lot with his connections through the WWE.
Get you tickets and stuff.
To get me some nice things.
Aww.
And I've shown my appreciation because we're friends.
By not bullying him as much. But the second that pipeline of goods gets cut off.
Yeah, as soon as you realize he had a nice connection with the WWE, you're like, whoa, well, I like the WWE.
That's not true.
Yeah, you had to make some sacrifices, didn't you?
No.
He does. E-Rock has major connections with the WWE.
Yeah.
So he would leave the show tomorrow if they gave him a good gig over there. This is real to me, man. See, he's laughing now. All right, we got to take a break, E-Rock.
I don't like the fact that E-Rock didn't give any... I don't think he lied, but he didn't give any real... Emotionally...
Yeah, no real honesty there.
Real answer.
Yeah. For another day. We got to talk about the gay bomb still.
Oh, yeah.
This was a real thing that was going on.
The gay bomb, McGreevy's wife's book? Boy, that is flopping
thing
horribly.
Tanked.
Oh.
And he's blaming her clothing on Oprah.
It's like, Jim, you humiliated her.
Yeah.
What do you expect her to do? I'm a gay American. Well, she sits there going, I tried, but I guess it wasn't good enough.
She found out, like, just beforehand.
Yeah.
She walks out, and then he's saying her books flopped because she went on Oprah in an ill-fitting gown. Like, he notices her gown is ill-fitting.
Catty fruit, you humiliated her.
It was sized for you.
Yeah, she went into the wrong closet. Yeah. Oh, damn, this is his, not mine. How did I make this mistake?
Oh, chest hairs and the little open swoop neck.
A karate cologne or something. Best I could come up with on the spot.
High karate. He probably would wear that.
Yeah. All right, E-Rock, very good. And
yeah.
And hey, you know what? Why don't we give away a pair of tickets for Jones Beach?
Wow,
Saturday's a big show. 9 comedians from the program that you know and love. All the info is on MySpace under Virus Tour. One word, Virus Tour. But basically, it's Saturday, Jones Beach. Tickets still available. Brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. A random caller right now that could use the tickets will get them. 877-212-5762. It's Opie and Anthony.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. 92.3 K-Rock.
It's Opie and Anthony and a little Jimmy Norton. Lots going on today, by the way. It's got to be acknowledged. Ever since we made fun of the Yankees and Roger Clemens coming back and...
Roger Clemens! Oh, my God! Oh, my goodness gracious!
Oh, yeah, she doesn't say God, right?
No, goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious!
Everyone's distracted now because Red Rum's showering again on Pal Talk. Hi, Red Rum. Clean yourself. Very good. There she is. Showering.
I love the... Oh, can you see the bottom?
Gotta love Pal Talk.
You can definitely see...
and if you did Pal Talk, you could do video conferencing. You could have meetings no matter where you are in America. Really?
Share your conversations. Share your conversations with Grandma. She could see the kids as they grow up. No, it's all about shower cams.
Right.
Just nudity.
I love how they try to sell products. You can now talk to Grandma.
Yeah.
She's in Wisconsin. You're in Florida. You get to talk to her.
Put the
and
grandkids
see her face.
in front of her. Hi, Grandma. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
No, it's just girls showering and doing all sorts of other things.
It's about seeing shampoo foam going down a butt crack.
And if you're lucky, a soap scoop.
Yeah, a little soap scoop.
Soap scoop.
Has anybody heard McCartney's new album?
No.
I hate the
Excuse
pictures
me,
on it.
why would we?
Oh, yeah, he's a very popular guy.
Oh.
Was.
He still is. He's McCartney.
Yeah,
he's looking more like an old woman every day, though.
But I hate the picture on the cover of it. Like, he's almost going like, who? Me?
Let me see.
No, that's not the album cover.
Okay.
Bring it up right now, Eric, before I start biting. He got a suit jacket on, and he's like holding the lapels of it, like, who? And there's photos of him, and he's like peeking in, like he's just kind of It's awful.
Is it really?
He has pursy lips.
You would think he'd have that figured out by now.
I
saw a picture of him the other day in the paper, and he has lipstick on. Now, I know they do that type of thing for photo shoots and stuff, but they usually are able to hide it. But it's so obvious he's wearing lipstick.
Blatant lipstick.
By the way, what I was saying about the Yankees are on this ridiculous winning streak ever since we made fun of that whole mess.
Yep.
Some would say they've been on a winning streak since A-Rod got caught with the stripper.
Yeah, it seems like he doesn't care anymore. Like that's a weight off his shoulders.
Right.
That's a weight off of his shoulders. Now he can just play ball.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't have to worry about, am I going to get caught? Is this what's happening here? He can just,
What are they
play baseball.
They've won 9 in a row or something like that?
Yeah, they're cranking.
And we were laughing and making fun of Roger Clemens because he was doing all these practice warm-up starts with all these ridiculous teams all over America. And then what does he do? He has an amazing outing his first time out. This is coming from a Mets fan, by the way. Ugh.
The Mets, they're self-destructing.
A little bit.
But it's early in the season. Who would even talk? Come on.
How about Boston?
What about Boston? Are they doing well?
What do you think?
I haven't kept tabs.
Oh, you've kept tabs. Of course you have.
I know.
All right, government...
Catching up, though, you know.
Government had plans for the gay bomb.
The gay bomb.
And it says AP. It has to be true.
All right, I got to speculate here. Now, I'm going to take a guess.
Don't wreck the fun of this.
I'm not going to wreck the fun. I just don't know what this is supposed to do. Does the bomb get rid of gay people? Or does it make people gay? See, it's the gay bomb. So is it like a neutron bomb that destroys life but leaves the building standing?
Actually,
and this one would destroy gay people but keep people that aren't gay standing, which would be the homophobic bomb. Or is it a bomb that makes people gay?
It's a cartoon bomb, if you remember cartoons. So the bomb enters the area.
Yeah.
In an open field.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden it doesn't explode.
No.
All of a sudden, like, it unfolds and it's like speakers and stuff. I'm making this up on the spot. How it works.
Okay.
And then it starts blasting Ethel Merman music.
Right.
And then the soldiers that were in hiding that enjoy Ethel Merman type music all of a sudden start marching toward the bomb because they enjoy the music.
Okay.
And then they're out in the open and then all hell breaks loose for those poor people.
You could also have it unfold into a gay club that's just blasting techno music. And then when they come out of the woods, like you said,
then
bang,
they're easy
bang.
targets.
Bang, bang.
Now, let's find out about the gay bomb. This is real. The government was working on a, quote, gay bomb.
Mm-hmm.
In the long history of war, it may have been one of the craziest, downright laughable ideas.
Downright.
A so-called gay bomb.
The idea was that if soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another, that unit...
Oh, my God.
This guy's having a hard time. It's like E-Rock drinking the water. If they became irresistible to each other.
Oh, God. I'm on national TV. I hope I could say this without anyone knowing what I'm into.
God, this is awful.
Irresistible.
Soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another.
I can't get past that.
Irresistible. Oh, God.
I think that guy had a visual pop into his head at that moment. Guess when the visual popped into this guy's head? And just imagine, you've got imaginations out there, imagine what he's visualizing here.
Mm-hmm.
If soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another.
Yeah. Years.
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Yes, Private.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's when it wore off. Steve says it's terrible. I'm sorry, but can we do that again?
Lead scientist Steve Carlisi.
I won't have any of my men do anything I wouldn't be willing to do first, even before the bomb exploded.
Go in there, Private.
One of the side effects of the gay bomb, you lose your eyebrows. So,
yes, the fallout.
Well, all the men loved Steve because he was a good commander, because he just loved all the privates.
I stand behind all of my men on the battlefield and in the showers.
He dug a foxhole and he encouraged all the men to jump into. Look,
okay, terrific.
Jump into my foxhole anytime.
It was a training exercise, sir. Get rid of those pants. The enemy will see you. Shaved his eyebrows in case Al-Qaeda caught him. They would have nothing to hold on to if they decapitated him.
Do they hold on eyebrows?
No, they don't. It was a way to try to find an eyebrow joke, and there's none there.
Of course not.
All right. More about the gay bomb.
Soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another. That morale and cohesion would break down, and the enemy would be unable to resist.
The idea of a non-lethal chemical bomb containing aphrodisiacs was among nearly 200 proposals the Pentagon received in 1994, this one from an Air Force lab in Ohio. It pitched what it called a distasteful but completely non-lethal example, especially if the chemical also caused homosexual behavior.
Non-lethal until 20 years later.
Wow. You drop what the bomb was, they would drop radios out and they'd all be playing the soundtrack from Wicked.
That's great.
Jared might piss Anthony off here. Jared, what's up?
Hello.
Hey.
I know what the gay bomb really is. It's whenever that comedian Ant tells a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that guy.
A different Ant.
I thought I was kidding me.
Yeah.
Is it like the two A-bombs they made back in World War II? They only have two of these. We have Dill and Doe.
I-bomb, an S-bomb, and a D-bomb.
Oh, boy. We're revving up. Getting ready for takeoff with the gay bomb bit. Let's try Michael in Louisiana. Michael, what's up?
What's up, guys? I love the show, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael.
All right. Fun fact about the gay bomb. Sam dropped it on Vince McMahon so Vince McMahon would fall in love with him, but it backfired.
That was actually a poignant statement.
Here's a real fun fact about that thing, though. You cannot blow up a body and not have bone fragments. I used to cremate bodies for a living, and that fire would not have incinerated his body. So Sam's an idiot for believing that.
You know what's weird? You're still cremating bodies. About 1,000 people left the show because of you.
That's right, sir.
They have disappeared from the listening experience of the Opie and Anthony show.
The next time you start that pyre up, fall into it.
Focus!
My fault.
All right. More about the gay bomb. This is a surprise, actually. Government said it was reviewed, and then they rejected the gay bomb. How much money? That's what I want to know. You know when you read that article? Huh?
How much? That's it.
You know, you read those articles every once in a while, and you learn like a rivet costs $1,000, taxpayer, dollars.
Yeah,
or whatever.
How much money went into the
research on the gay bomb?
Research and development of the gay bomb.
Right.
You know what it was? They probably had to follow up, but the researchers got a little whiff of the chemicals, and they couldn't do anything. They're like, how are we coming with the rocket?
The Defense Department says it had all the ideas reviewed and that the gay bomb proposal was among those not making the cut. The Pentagon released a statement saying it never investigated the concept. It was just one individual putting together a concept paper with a variety of examples that were rejected. But members of the California watchdog group Sunshine Project don't buy that.
When the Pentagon says that they rejected this proposal, it's simply not true, and we have the facts to demonstrate that they've continued to think about it and to consider it in the years since it was first raised.
In San Francisco's Castro district, the idea of a gay bomb, whether considered or not, was good for some laughs.
Do they really think that, like, they're faced with, like, guns and, like, being killed, they're really going to choose sex?
People still have such a misunderstanding of sexuality in general, not just homosexuality, but sexuality in general, that they think that it could be used as a weapon. Like, when has that ever worked?
Yeah, it's
when you're mad at your father?
They realized it wasn't going to work when they figured out that one guy would be shot in the buttocks and the other guy would get hit in the face. You're killing one, yet only wounding the other.
Yeah, they're going to choose gay sex over protecting themselves.
Yeah, I know. The gunfire's blaring over your head, bombs are blowing up, but you just can't resist a little sex with another man on the battlefield.
Right.
Well, it was like an ecstasy vibe, probably. You just want to be touched and stuff like that.
Is that it?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Your whole concept of survival goes away
when the touched by another man.
But let me tell you something. If you're in a battle situation and nude broads are throwing themselves at you, you're not going to think, hey, maybe I'm going to grab a little piece of ass before I get killed. You're gonna fight.
It's not about in the battle moment, though. I think it's more about the morale. They probably figured that it would cause them to behave in ways that they normally wouldn't behave, in sexually promiscuous ways.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't for a moment like, all right, the troops are running in, drop the gay bomb, and while they're all on their knee, it's not the...
Oh, back at the barracks, you mean?
Yeah, of course. It was probably something that would kill morale or something more than an immediate, an immediate thing.
Little relationships happening and breakups and dissension in the ranks.
Yeah. Exactly. Doing other things to Private Ryan besides saving him.
But each soldier can carry 3 more hand grenades.
Gutshot Drew writes, I heard a rear admiral brought this to the table.
Who knew the old rear admiral was coming into the...
Gotta love him. I won't accept any rear admiral joke on this show.
Of course.
Thank God it wasn't done in the Navy. We'd be really on a roll, wouldn't we?
Debbie, Long Island, what's up?
Hi, I'm calling because I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
You're talking about the gay bomb, and then if they drop the gay bomb, it might kill all gay people. Well, what would it do to bisexual people then?
It doesn't kill gay people.
It doesn't kill gay people. It turns people gay.
What it does is it makes Army guys drink Navy guys.
Oh, it makes the Army guys drink the Navy guys.
Yeah, it releases some kind of hormone, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what they figured. Oh, my God.
Does it only work on soldiers? It wouldn't work on civilians?
Why wouldn't it work on civilians? Of course, it works on everybody.
Well, I was asking because you guys are sitting there going back and forth about how it only goes, you're talking about Army men and Navy men.
Well, they would only drop it on soldiers.
Yeah, let's be honest. The guys are doing the heavy lifting over there.
Miss, you
I mean, God bless the broads over there, but,
yeah.
I guess I got to keep my fiance pretty.
Oh, boy.
Hey!
She's just a banner phone call.
Wow.
Listen,
my goodness.
She started off going, well, it would kill gay people. No, that wasn't. No one said it was going to kill. And she's like, what would it do to bisexuals? I don't know, blow their legs off. We weren't talking about killing people.
I don't know,
Who
Debbie?
dropped the stupid C-bomb?
I don't know, Debbie. We're a comedy show just trying to get a couple chuckles out of this dumb story.
Out of the gay bomb
how does it affect
joke.
bisexual people? I don't
know. Let's do a study.
Right.
Idiot.
Right.
Thanks for ruining the bit.
It's gay bomb story. A few laughs. Go to break. That's what we do.
Did you like my line about the Army guys drinking that?
Yeah.
Of course.
That was pretty good, Jimmy.
Not like that.
That was terrific, actually.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take
proud of that one.
We'll take another break. And you know what? Why don't we do another pair of tickets to Jones Beach? I think we have another pair of tickets. And we're going to throw in...
You're like Ticketron today.
Well, we're throwing in meet and greet passes, too, for the Traveling Virus Comedy Show this Saturday at Jones Beach, brought to you by Bud Light, always worth it. Bob Kelly, Bob Saget, Frank Caliendo, Jim Norton, Louis C.K., Otto and George, Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss, Stephen Lynch. Tickets still available through Ticketmaster.com.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
If they want to get the meet and greet tickets, they have to know the secret password.
What is it?
What is it, Jimmy? So now Travis has to hear that?
He certainly does.
All right.
But that's only for the meet and greet. You get the tickets if you call in, but then the secret password is...
877-212-5762. By the way, because we're doing a lot of cities this summer, you go to Virus Tour, one word on MySpace for all the updates as the summer moves along here, okay?
Right.
You know what, Travis? Watch this. Watch this. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Yes, do you know the secret, what is it, Jimmy?
Secret password?
What's the secret password?
The secret password is gay bomb.
No, I'm sorry.
Day, sir.
That was a summation of your call.
They thought we were kidding. Hello?
Hello?
God,
Yes.
when other radio stations do this, they do it so smoothly.
I know.
Hello?
Hi, caller.
Hello?
You just said hello, dude.
You that said hello. Say hello
Everyone
again.
say hi on the phone.
Oh,
Stupid.
my God.
He hung up.
Hopefully died.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You want to win the Jones Beach tickets?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations, you got them. Do you want the meet and greet tickets?
Sure.
Okay, what's the password?
Perfect.
Jimmy, I like it.
Perfect.
Bravo. What's your name, sir?
Chris.
That's his name.
And where are you from?
West Avalon.
And I want to ask the obvious question. Why haven't you bought the tickets for the thing yet?
Because I just bought a house. I didn't have money to buy them.
All right, what's more important?
House ticket. After you buy a house, what are tickets?
Yeah, all right. Well, I asked him, and he came up with a good reason.
I'll put you on hold, and Travis will take
Travis,
your info.
line 8 for the virus tickets. Thank you, sir. We'll see you at Jones Beach.
No, don't.
Okay.
If anyone screws this up, the password is... It has to start with a light M sound. If you call up with you get nothing.
You got to go.
You have to struggle.
Are they going to let us play that?
Why? An FCC violation?
No, we're thinking of... Stephen Lynch is one of the comedians. He has a song, a nice gay song, but I don't know if they're going to dump.
Oh, they'll dump.
One dump, they're saying? All right, we'll give it a shot. What the hell?
Oh, I know.
Here's Stephen Lynch as we go to break.
I doubt it.
On Opie and Anthony.
Good luck.
I hope he's listening. If you are, man, this one's for you.
Here we are, dear old friend. You and I, drunk again. Laughs have been had, tears have been shed. Maybe the whiskey's gone to my head. But if I were gay, I would give you my heart. And if I were gay, you'd be my work of art. And if I were gay, we would swim in romance. But I'm not gay, so get your hand out of my pants. It's not that I don't care, I do. I just don't see myself in you. Another time, another scene, I'd be right behind you, if you know what I mean. 'Cause if I were gay, I would give you my soul. And if I were gay, I would give you my whole being. And if I were gay, we would tear down the walls. But I'm not gay, so won't you stop cupping my hand?
It's radio, you know.
We've never hugged, we've never kissed, but you have opened brand new doors. Get over here and drop your
Thank you.
Head over to Truvio.com, the web's hardest working video search engine. Every day, tons of new videos are uploaded for your enjoyment. From news to sports to entertainment and viral, you can find it at Truvio.com. That's TRUVEO.com.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. 92.3 K-Rock.
Oh, my God. You're sick.
Well, it's a little bit of reality.
You want to share with everybody?
Yeah.
We're 2 days out from Father's Day, and, Aunt and I are thinking of our dads that are no longer around, and it's
no longer on this plane of existence.
And all kidding aside, because I do have a lot of family that listen to us every morning, I'm beyond bummed about it.
Of course.
Father's Day sucks.
You're going to be bummed.
But Aunt just gave everyone a good taste of reality in the studio.
Well, we were talking about other, famous people that have had parents die after they've, had a great year or made it big or something like that. And I was just saying, must be nice.
Well, like, my dad lived long enough to know that we were going to be okay with the radio show.
Oh, yeah.
It was 3 days after I signed the contract, but who's keeping track? But at least he knew that we were coming back and making our big radio comeback.
Hey, at least
never got to actually hear the radio comeback, but good enough. I'll take it.
At least he knew we had a career.
And that's when Anthony decided to say one of the sickest things I've probably ever heard.
Just like my father didn't. He's frozen in time somewhere, thinking I'm still a tin knocker. Just kind of like. How's he doing? How's he doing? Knocking tins. Oh, my boy never amounted to much. Ah, boy, I wish he would have been able to, fulfill his dream of maybe doing radio or some type of comedy, but now I'm just dead.
I get some religious people in my circle.
Yeah.
That whole thing I just told you?
Uh-huh.
Like, at least he knew that we were going to make our comeback in radio.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a bummer that he doesn't know how successful we would become.
We would go on to come, yeah.
Right. And some people in my circle, they're dramatic.
Oh, this one. I know where you're going.
Oh, he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Let me tell you something. He's looking down on you every day.
He's watching you right now.
And he knows.
Trust me, he knows.
It's like, why is he only looking down on me when I'm here doing radio and he's all smiling? Is he looking at me when I'm flipping my chick over?
Yeah, so
is Dad taking a peek in when I'm just scrapping?
See, if that is true, then yeah, your parents, your dead relatives, whatever, are watching you when you do those horrific things that you don't want anyone to know about.
And if heaven is real, and if that's where you go when you've done well, and you get to see all the glory of the universe, I don't think anybody's family is thinking, how's the syndication going? I think there are other wonders, like what black holes really are. And you mean Hitler had a sense of humor? And wow, what were all of these people? I don't think they're worried about. Right. Well, I heard they dropped in men 18 to 54.
Yeah, how are they doing this month?
If I know my dad, he's definitely taking a peek if this is all true, and he's proud of me and all that. But I think he's spending a hell of a lot more time in the JFK room.
Right.
Just trying to find out
So that's what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have a little chit-chat with JFK.
Right. And
I don't know where it came from.
Right.
Get Lee Harvey. Talk to him.
He's in the JFK library in heaven, getting all the facts that we're still wondering about.
Well, my parents have lived, thank God, to see
the swingers.
Success. Yes, they've seen me do well.
Swinging lifestyle must be healthy, and it's great.
Did they come back from Bermuda yet?
I haven't. I don't know.
You don't want to know.
I don't even want to hear the message again. My father's gonna be all sunburned with his, corn chip toenails.
Hey,
what are you doing?
Got my line in there. I don't care who uses it, as long as it gets out.
That was a stretch, Jimmy. Come on.
I don't know what to say. What the hell? Well, I do a bit like that. I can't help it.
The next time you see your parents, he's going to be all tan, and he's going to go, look, Jimmy, huh? No tan lines.
Oh, those nude beaches are the best.
I wish I could find them. I'll play it tomorrow.
Get the message, will you? So where were we?
Dead parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, my dad wound up dying, in January, I think it was 95?
Just before
January 95? April 95, I'm doing radio in Boston.
No, but then he kind of knew you were on your way because we started before then.
Yes, I was telling him I was doing radio, part-time and
stuff. So you had a little hope then.
Yeah, it could have been a little hope, but it was pretty much me drunk on the Opie Nighttime Attitude Show on BAB.
He was probably thinking, all right, my son might be a weekend jock soon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably what he's thinking. Has no clue that we became what we became.
I don't even think it got that far. I think it was like I'm hanging out with friends kind of a thing.
I have a fun fact.
All right, hold on.
Fun fact.
Perel guy, though.
Okay.
I just because I plunked him down. Sure. Perel guy from Pal Talk.
Hello.
Perel guy from Pal Talk.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yes, sir. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
Good. I would love some of those meet and greet because I never met you guys, and I'd love to meet and greet you.
Okay, do you want tickets to Jones Beach?
Sounds kind of creepy. I would love to meet and greet
I have very good tickets for Jones Beach because you guys are worth the money. I spent the.
And you want meet and greet passes?
Yeah, I'd love to meet you.
Are you hot?
I'm very hot. I'm very hot. Yeah, I'm about 5 foot.
Well, you had to see if he had the password.
Yeah, I wonder if he had it.
No.
Why? I like the fact he paid for tickets and wanted.
No.
Because what if he had it?
I say call back.
Then he would have had to.
As long as he knows the password.
If he knows the password, then we have to meet and greet him.
I want to.
I'll meet him. You greet him.
I'll greet him like a man's never greeted another man.
What do you got, Jim?
Well, my friend Liza said, good morning. Here's a fun fact for Anthony.
Okay.
Hitler's elevator up to the Eagle's Nest was lined with brass due to his little-known claustrophobia. I don't know what brass would do.
What would brass do?
Maybe because it's reflective, it made it feel bigger.
Maybe felt bigger, right.
Or more solid. I don't know what that did.
Mirrors would be cheaper.
Why would that? Well, maybe they didn't want to use mirrors because it was kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking of.
If you're in the elevator and a bomb goes off, that glass goes everywhere.
Oh, he must have hated the bunker.
Oh, yeah.
It's Fun Fact Thursday, and that's a good fun fact.
Yes, thank you, Liza.
Why is it fun?
All facts
it involves Hitler. Why is it fun?
The fact is about claustrophobia, not about that murderous genocide committer.
Claustrophobia isn't fun either.
Well, it is for people who are watching you, like suffer.
Suffering from it.
Hey, we got to solicit some more fathers for our big Father's Day giveaway.
Yes, speaking of Father's Day.
This is going down tomorrow. Bear's coming in studio. We got the girls from the Bunny Ranch coming in tomorrow. We're giving away the grand prize, right? Father's Day right around the corner. We're looking for pathetic fathers, basically. Lucky winners will receive a trip to the Moonlight Bunny Ranch for a Father's Day date with a lovely lady.
And by pathetic, we mean some guy who just is, he hasn't been in the company of a woman in the way he would have liked to have been in quite some time.
Could be anything. Like in Bear's case, he's married, hasn't had sex in 12 years.
Right. 12 years.
12 years. There are other fathers out there that they have their sad stories. So looking for some good sad stories. You guys come in tomorrow or on the phone if you're from somewhere else in the country. We'll do it that way.
Imagine hanging out all night for a couple of nights at the Bunny Ranch with beautiful girls, yours to choose from to spend an evening with.
2 days. That's crazy.
Yeah. 3 days and 2 nights. So you get the Sunday morning, too.
That's after 2 hours, I'm thinking, is there a golf course in the area?
What do we do?
Can I go on a day hike somewhere? It is beautiful country.
You hit the bar, and there you have a few drinks.
2 days,
you
that's
get
insane.
Revitalized, and then you go on a date with another girl.
Dennis knows how to take care of people.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're still taking your stories. You give us a call right now, 877-212-5762. But they're throwing in the airfare. They're throwing in car services, the VIP suites, food and drinks. You got
monogram robe and T-shirts and
Thank
hats.
you, Jimmy. Hats.
And VIP passes. And they give the approximate cost of a lot of this stuff. And it's accurate, and it's a lot of money.
Well, they did this for the Playboy Mansion, some auction they did, and this same thing that we're giving away costs about $28,000.
Yeah, 2 trips went for $28,000. So yeah, Dennis does it right, man. He knows promotion is smart, so he doesn't chintz on the prize, man. Chintz. How old am I? But
chintzy.
All right, we're gonna give Boston a chance because they're on like a 20-minute delay or something. So as the phones start ringing here, well, we got your perv news. It is Perv News Thursday?
No, it's Fun Fact Thursday.
Fact. Yeah, it could be a fun fact about perverts.
No, I think every day there's a different type of news, and I think today's is Perv News Thursday, right?
I can't keep track of all the days anymore.
Dan, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Write it down, because next Thursday it'll be Perv News Thursday. Okay. Perv News Thursday. We got 2 cute little perv stories.
Aw.
We'll lump them together here.
Janky Avenue in downtown Covington is a place neighbors love to cheer about. But in recent days, a peeping Tom has left a sour taste in people's mouths.
Ew.
What aim he must have. Oh, my God.
More than just a peeping Tom.
Like shooting clowns at the carnival. Aim for the mouth and their hats blow off. You win a suspended sentence.
These news reporters are getting great with
It's suspended the sentence.
He went free that very day.
Wow.
Yeah, come on. That's a joke.
That's come on, is right.
Janky Avenue in downtown Covington.
By the way, you got to decide which perv news story is worse, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 today.
Is a place neighbors love to cheer about. But in recent days, a peeping Tom has left a sour taste in people's mouths.
The last person he attacked were 2 12-year-old girls.
Covington police say the man roams between houses. He walks naked with a ski mask covering his face. He initially stood in the street, but now they say he's hiding on porches, looking through windows, prompting at least 6 complaints this weekend alone. Police suspect more people have seen the prowler, but are not taking him seriously.
How does it prompt complaints and not shotgun blast through the window? Jesus.
And why are you walking around naked with a ski mask? Like, let's just say you have clothes on and you yank it out. Let's say you see a cop turn the corner. You can always take off your ski mask and try to walk normally.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're nude with a ski mask? How do you play that off? All right, just don't look at him. Just don't look at him.
I'm not here. I'm waiting for the snow.
Probably.
And I'm hot.
Probably because it's the police chief. You know what? You're right.
He'd be wearing his uniform and look silly.
All right, well.
That guy is going to end up getting the crap beat out of him.
I hope so.
By some father that catches him and goes outside and just beats him senseless.
Yeah, I hope so is right. All right.
What a creep.
And then you got this one that might top that one. Perv News Thursday.
Oklahoma police are searching for a man who's been visiting convenience stores wearing only a diaper.
Okay, I like this guy. At least he's wearing a diaper. Wearing a diaper?
What are you thinking?
Some people are just completely out of their minds.
As you're driving to the convenience store, you have to stop at a light. Does it ever hit you like, I'm in a diaper? You don't just think of it and be there.
Yeah.
You have to
You're not
get
just there going, whoa, what happened?
And what kind of shoes do you wear?
You have to park.
Do you go
diapers?
barefoot?
I would say flip-flops.
Go with the flips?
Yeah. You got to show your bare feet kind of, but you need...
What about...
You can't run on
What about a nice
sandals.
Nike shoe?
That just looks silly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cowboy boots?
Now you're really looking silly. And you can't run. You need something you can run away in. So I'm thinking some type of
running shoe.
What are those sandals that have like the sneaker bottom?
Well, there's like Teva's got.
Teva, yeah, that's it.
That holds your
That's
foot
what
in
you
pretty
wear.
good.
That's what you wear.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oklahoma police are searching for a man who's been visiting convenience stores wearing only a diaper. Yes. The man seen here on this surveillance video has walked into several mini-marts. He's marched up to the counter in the diaper and asked the workers what they think about it. Most employees laugh at first, thinking it's some kind of dare, but then the man has exposed himself falling out of the diaper. And now there's...
He means business. At first, it's all fun and games. What do you think of my diaper? Hey, that's hysterical. Oh, Jesus, come on. I'm eating a hot dog here.
My first thought, if you're going to expose yourself, I wouldn't go with the diaper. I would go with something a little different.
A little more easy access. You got
that doesn't look ridiculous because I imagine you would be going for a nice reaction.
Yeah.
Instead of someone laughing at you because you're wearing the diaper.
Yeah, true. Diapers just look silly on people.
It doesn't make sense.
At first thinking it's some kind of dare, but then the man has exposed himself falling out of the diaper. And now there's concern his little joke could get a lot more dangerous.
You're not sure what people are capable of, but if he can be that outrageous and just walk in a diaper, what else could he do?
Well, police are not taking this as a joke. They are warning that if they find this guy, he is going to be arrested.
Well, warning, like what, he didn't know that?
Yeah. I thought this was completely legal. Walking in and exposing myself.
No shoes, no shirt.
No schlong.
Yes. No rattle, no service.
Hey, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's been a while, Pittsburgh. What's up? Hey, Brock.
Yes, what's up?
What up?
Oh, man, not much. I'm a horrible father.
Why?
Well, the reason I had a kid when I was about 18, and I haven't gotten myself some in a long time. I'm 25. Just a bad father all around.
Why are you a bad father?
Well, why not? I don't work. Can't support the little guy.
Yeah, well, but we're looking for guys that are.
Yeah,
you're just a dick.
Yeah, you really don't deserve anything. Why don't you work?
Why? Because I'm lazy.
You should call on Monday when we do I'm Just a Dick stories. Mondays we usually do that.
All right, I do work. I'm just a liar.
Yeah, you're a liar,
Brock.
too.
877-212-5762. We're looking for fathers that think they deserve a trip to the Bunny Ranch in Nevada for a date.
That guy was trying
for
to
2
win.
to 3 days.
And he didn't even understand that he was lying and didn't understand the concept. What an idiot.
No, we have much better stories that have been coming in all week. So, and then Travis will continue taking your stories through the break, okay?
Right.
All right. We're going to do Vince McMahon or what?
I wanted to keep the show up. We were having fun, and now you're going to bring it all down with the death of Vince McMahon.
Well, Sam is on top of the story. We'll get the latest.
Still, I'm waiting. I haven't seen it in the Daily News, the Post, none of the national papers, USA Today, not CNN, Fox. No one's covering this except WWE website.
Well, you want Sam? Why wait for the break? Sam can explain all this.
Why?
Now, we know that Vince McMahon died in a
fiery limo explosion.
Thank you. It was like a limo car bomb thing.
Yeah, he got in, it exploded, the firemen put it out, but nobody was found. He could have been incinerated completely.
He's presumed dead.
Presumed dead is what it says. The family made a statement through a spokesperson.
Yes, I think
that's the latest.
The vice president of WWE, some title.
Oh, and they now, why haven't the news organizations jumped on this? I saw the press conference. What I saw, they zoomed back with the camera. I saw it set up like a press conference. There were chairs, not all of them full. There was a spattering of people there, and I had never seen reporters with such broad shoulders, some with shaved heads.
Those are Stanford reporters. It's
are they?
Yeah,
okay. Because to me, they looked like wrestlers dressed like reporters.
No, that's
if you would ask me, it just looked like they were a little too big to be jotting notes down.
And they were all sitting on steroid needles, which was a little strange to me.
No, there for whatever reason, the media, and I really appreciate it, I think it's a good move in the right direction, has decided to respect the privacy of the family.
Oh, because that's what the press does.
Ah.
Yeah. So for the first time in the history of the media, you're telling me they're actually listening when the family says, please respect our privacy.
I think it's because no body has been found, and the lead investigator of the case will be making a statement today on the WWE website. So,
what organization is the lead investigator from?
I would assume the FBI.
Oh, the FBI is involved.
But you're still ignoring the fact that we did our own investigation, Sam.
Yes.
And they flew in a pyrotechnic crew from like L.A. to Wilkes-Barre, and they blew up the limo a day before.
A day before
Vince actually did it on live TV.
Vince was supposedly killed in this.
You still don't have an answer for that.
It seems like maybe whoever was planning this might have blown up a different limo on Sunday as a
to
test.
Throw everybody off the hook, or a test.
Something. But I would really like some names.
Are you also attributing that to sloppy police work?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, that's why the FBI is involved now, not just some
Well,
local.
you can't have local yokels from Wilkes-Barre.
But it was a big story in Wilkes-Barre, and they were all very excited to admit that, yes, they were part of this whole scam and blew up the limo on Sunday.
I don't know what they're telling people. Everybody wants to have their name put into a big news story.
Yeah.
What about the flag at half-mast that Anthony was bringing up today?
Yes, now they're in Stamford, Connecticut, where their headquarters are.
Yeah.
They have two huge flags out front. One is the American flag. The other is the WWE flag with the logo on it.
You can see it when you drive to Boston from New York.
All the time.
Right off 95, right.
And they said the flag flying at half-staff in memory of Vince McMahon. I noticed only the WWE flag was flying at half-staff. The American flag right up at the top of the flagpole, which leads me to believe if this is indeed some type of a scam, they wouldn't fly the American flag at half-staff because they would take massive heat for disrespecting the flag, the tradition of half-staff, if he wasn't indeed dead and it was just a publicity stunt.
How do you explain that, Sam?
That's a theory that some may have. Another theory is that anybody who knew Vince McMahon would know that he was a patriot first and foremost, and
oh my God,
he would want that flag raised high,
flying high.
Yeah.
Is the investigation focusing on George the Animal Steele? I hear he had a beef with Mr. McMahon.
There's so many suspects. The WWE website reported that investigators were in his office in Stamford yesterday morning for 3 hours.
Wow.
And brought out hundreds of boxes as well as personal computers, and even tore up the carpet in the office.
Oh my
so
God,
this is serious.
I guess they're remodeling the Stanford offices. Wow. Is that what you're getting at?
I think it's investigative purposes.
That's hysterical. They're sitting in a meeting. Yeah, I have to remodel my office. What are we gonna? Hey, we can make it a storyline.
I'm imagining that Vince McMahon is on a fake suspension. Where is he?
Where is he?
Was it vacation time? What island is he hanging
Come on,
at?
Vince.
Why hasn't the media even reported it? I can see why they wouldn't bother the family.
Yeah.
Why haven't they even mentioned that he could be dead?
There's been a lot of big stories lately this week, I think.
So you think it just got pushed back?
Yeah, it got pushed back, and they said, maybe we'll let the other stories come to the forefront. We don't want to push any buttons with the wrong people. He's a very powerful man.
Well, that he is.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
He
fires people,
That's true, and he's made a lot of enemies over the years. So.
And why the fake leg? Why, when he stepped into the limo, you saw his leg, and then there was no leg, and then a fake leg popped out?
I don't know that there's any documentation that was a fake leg.
Just so you, the viewer, would go, wow, he's got to be.
You know what? It would be tragic, really tragic to think of, and I hope the McMahon family doesn't think about this, that he pulled his leg into the limo, and then when his leg came out, the one that Opie calls a fake leg, it was Vince realizing that there was a bomb in the vehicle, and he was trying to get out right when it blew up, so he knew beforehand.
Then why would he close the door?
That he was...
Maybe
you're not buying into this crap, are you?
Maybe he put his foot out and said, "Oh, what if there's a bomb?" And then he was like, "Well, that's a silly idea." And then he put his foot back in the second time, and then he shut the door.
For everything.
And then it did blow up, unfortunately.
Or how about thinking of other people? If that door was open when the bomb blew up, perhaps a lot of shrapnel would have flown out towards other people. And Vince, being such a humanitarian,
that's a good point.
Sacrificed himself by closing the door and keeping the blast contained.
That's another good theory.
Yeah. Sure it is.
Jimmy Snuka?
I just want to see if I can play the same game Sam's playing.
Jimmy Snuka was one of the...
It is fun.
Jimmy Snuka?
Yeah, he made comments on that Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Appreciation Night. So
we're going to have to play his ID for the show. My God, we get the brain-dead wrestlers. Great.
Rigging a bomb. That guy couldn't turn on a flashlight. He's a dolt.
Than, you want to add to Sam's theory? What are you doing?
Well, I was just confirming that, Sam, you said the FBI is investigating this.
Yes, that's what I've read. Yes, is the answer.
Okay. Well, I just read that the FBI is adamantly saying they're not at all involved with the case.
Well,
where was this read, though? Where'd you read this?
Yeah, the FBI doesn't want any part of this.
Yeah, from a related news story on the internet.
Yeah, just some internet gossip story.
Bloggers.
Yeah, some bloggers. They can't get anything done.
Just jealous.
Yeah. They just want to stir the pot.
Yeah, the federal agent involved is not the FBI, if there is one.
I saw a picture of him on the WWE website, and he looked like a federal agent.
He was.
He looked like if you went to general casting, you could not have picked a better federal agent than the guy.
One of Vince McMahon's cousins.
You think it is?
Hey, he keeps it all in the family. All right, you're going to play the fake FBI agent.
I don't know if he's fake.
Or you're fired from the McMahon family.
Yeah, just because it's a guy in suit with widow's peak does not mean he's the FBI, Sam.
Yeah. Well, they said he's a federal agent.
He looks a lot like Vince McMahon. Like
here's what I predict.
Yeah.
Sometime in the future, when Vince McMahon's injuries, he's recovered a bit from them.
Or he's done with his vacation in the Bahamas. Yes.
There will be introduced a new wrestler. One that is masked in some way, shape, or form. And with gloves and stuff so you cannot see anything. And then there will be, years from now probably, during the unveiling, you will see a burnt and scarred up Vince McMahon under that mask with his hands burnt up and everything as he gets revenge on the person that planted the bomb.
That would be wonderful if it was true.
All right, here's the...
that's what I'm guessing.
Here's the...
Great storyline, by the way. It's the first storyline I've actually had interest in years. Because Vince is dead.
Here's the...
Unfortunately.
Here's the statement that WWE made overnight.
Oh, okay. Very somber representative.
Good afternoon. I'm Ed Kaufman, Executive Vice President and General Counsel for World Wrestling Entertainment Inc.
There's you hear one Kodak Instamatic camera going off.
There were definitely flashes going off. That's how you know the press
were.
There were flashes going off. Flash bulbs.
We had a bigger press conference in Vegas.
I have a brief statement to make.
Yes.
I will not be taking any questions.
Big powder flash going off. Civil War.
I would like to thank everyone who has sent their support and best wishes over the past week. Federal authorities are currently investigating the events that took place on June 11, and we hope to get some answers shortly. As many of you can understand, this is a very difficult situation for the McMahon family, and no family members wish to make a statement during this period of bereavement.
Bereavement, yeah.
Nonetheless, the McMahon family does want to assure the public that in keeping with the vision Mr. McMahon created, the company and the show will go on.
Yeah.
We trust that the press and the public will continue to respect the McMahon family's privacy.
The press has respected it like I've never seen before. They haven't even mentioned it. They'll continue to respect the privacy. Yeah, well, they're doing a great job.
I'd rather follow Nicole Smith around for a little longer.
They can't get enough of celebrities doing anything. Paris Hilton for a month.
With stupid DUI, and they're outside that jail every day. But
camping out.
They're going to respect Vince McMahon. And
Vince McMahon dies in a fiery explosion that someone obviously set. He's been murdered. Vince McMahon's been murdered.
But they're going to respect the privacy of the family.
By not even mentioning it at all.
They don't want to interfere in the ongoing investigation.
I can't play along with this crap anymore. Get lost.
I love Sam. Oh, he's with it right to the end.
You might be right, though. I mean,
you never know. That's why I'm reserving. I'm holding back.
Right.
I'm reserving judgment.
We're going to take your father stories next. We got a couple good ones on the line here. As we go to break, an old friend, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, doing an ID for our show.
Oh, this went on for it was ponderous.
Is this a long one too? It's 20 seconds.
We have one of these that go on for like 5 minutes.
You guys are educated enough. You get the celebrity high on blah blah, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony. That's all we want.
Is this the one with Psycho Mark directing? Or?
It takes 3 seconds usually. This is 20 seconds, and we cut it down from, I think it was closer to a minute.
Okay, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. This is a Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and you, okay, let me start. And you're listening to Opie and Anthony. This is Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony. It's the Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony. Superfly Jimmy Snuka on your radio dial.
Opie and Anthony. 92.3 K-Rock.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. Hey, thanks for the support, by the way. Thank you, Pac. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take the father stories.
Yeah.
For the trip to the Bunny Ranch out there in Nevada. We got the girls coming in tomorrow.
The Goyles.
And this woman called, and we were waiting to go to her. She has a great one. And then she hung up, so hopefully she's still listening out there. If you call us back before we get out of here in 10 minutes. It says, wants to give husband Bunny Ranch trip before she divorces him.
Oh, wow.
I want to know what that's about.
Yeah. That'd be a good candidate, especially if he's still in love.
I'm wondering if the guy knows that she's going to divorce him, and this is her little thing to do before it goes down. Or maybe he doesn't know, and she does this really nice thing and then hits him with the divorce when he gets back.
Maybe she thinks he'll take it a little better if he knows there's a little strange out there for him.
It's obviously a great story, but she hung up during the commercial, so hopefully she'll call back. We got Joe on Long Island. Joe, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, man.
What's cool? I got a good story for you.
Yeah.
My mother, I called my father when I was a little kid, not to get too personal, And since then, my father has let her live in the house. He sleeps on the couch. He's the nicest guy in the world. He's my best friend. And for 12 years, he hasn't had a woman. And he has to look at his ex-wife every single day in the face in the house.
Wait, so your dad has been letting your mom cheat on him for 15 years?
Basically.
Oof.
Basically. The paperwork for divorce is starting to go through now, but for the last, 12 to 15 years, she's been doing whatever she pleases, and he's been sitting there and allowing it to happen for my sake.
Well, something happened during your call. We missed why this started. Why would your dad allow this to happen in the first place?
Well, what happened was that I caught her cheating. I told him, and he just basically, for my sake, wanted everything to stay good in the house. Stay both parents in the house.
How old were you when you caught your mom cheating on your dad?
I was 8.
And what'd you see?
And it's not that I saw anything happening. It's just that, she would be bringing home things from her friend. And then one day she just kind of told me about it, expecting me not to tell my father. But I tell my father everything. So I went and I told him right away, told him who it was. There was a lot of stuff going on. My father tried to kill the guy. It was a big thing.
And then your father gave up on your mom but decided to stay in the same house for 15 years?
For my sake.
Now, would he be into going out to the bunny ranch?
When you meet my father, if you meet him, you'll find out. He is absolutely, that would be his dream.
Does he get
girls?
Yeah, does he get girls?
Well, he has girls that hit on him, but he's an older guy, so he's not really looking for that right now.
How old is he?
He's 63.
Oh wow, that'd be cool, man.
63.
And how old's your mom?
My mom's 45.
She's a whore.
18 years older.
Yeah.
That's insane. Who would do that?
He graduated high school.
What? Joe, can we get you guys in tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I like this guy. Yeah. You guys like this guy?
Yeah, it sounds like a good story.
We got to give Bear some competition. I like this one. All right, Joe, hold on the line. We'll give you all the info on how to get in here tomorrow.
All right.
All right, cool. Let's say hi to Tracy in Syracuse. Tracy.
Hey, so here's your competition.
Yeah.
All right. My dad's first wife and baby got killed in a car accident, and
Holy
then
Jesus! You can't just start there.
That's terrific. Funny. Oh my God.
Terrific. Well, it's your delivery. You just delivered that like you're giving the 5-day forecast.
Wow.
Well, no, I have a huge long thing about it. Okay.
It's not that it's funny. Well,
kind of like the car. You didn't slow down.
It's not that it's not.
I'm from California. I talk fast.
Hold on, sweetheart. It's not that we think it's funny. Exactly. Start again. Go slow.
Yeah.
Tell us exactly what happened.
All right. Well, in 1962, my dad's first wife and baby were killed by a drunk driver.
What?
No. Anyways, okay. So then.
Hold on, Anthony. What do you got in? What's up?
No, I was just trying to soak that in. It was 1962.
Well, Ed missed something as far as the story goes. He was looking on the internet about the Vince McMahon thing, doing a little more research.
What? How did it happen? Like, what were the circumstances?
My dad was with his wife and baby, and the baby was in his wife's lap. And
before car seats.
In Texas, yeah, the baby got crushed. My dad wasn't wearing a seatbelt and got shoved underneath the steering wheel. And he had to lift his dead son out the window to the fire department.
Excuse me, buzzkill?
Wow.
Right. No. Okay.
Bit of a buzzkill.
I
want to bring Tom Chiusano in to cheer up the mood in here now.
Either that or Club Soda Kennedy. We need both of them to cheer up this place.
Jeez.
Hello? Hello, Buzzkill? We got people going to work?
I know, no, okay. I got
more. Okay, all right, continue.
My mom left us when I was 7. My dad raised me as my best
Wait,
friend.
your dad raised you. Wait, hold on. What happened with your mom?
Oh, she said that electrical engineers were white trash and married a plastic surgeon.
So she abandoned you and your father?
Yeah, she did. He's always been there for everybody. He moved
Did you see that jerk?
Oh my God.
So that was his second wife, I guess, right?
Well, okay, and then in junior high, I had a friend that lived in like the most terrible conditions, and I asked my dad if she could move in, and so she moved in, and my dad took her as his own. I'm a graphic designer, and I have been, starting my own business.
Her as his own?
Me through that.
What does that mean? What does took her as his own mean?
Oh, as his own child.
Oh, okay. You got me scared there.
Sorry.
I thought maybe,
Yeah.
I forgot who I was talking to.
So now you kind of have an adopted sister almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and she is living a great life compared to her other sisters who followed the same path as her parents.
And what's that mean? What happened to them?
Oh, they have like 10 kids and live on welfare, that sort of thing. Yeah, she supports herself. No, he's the most awesome person. He's always been there for everybody. I couldn't even tell you how many people have asked me if he would adopt them. He's
really
the best person in the world.
But why the Bunny Ranch? What are you thinking?
My dad's a perv.
Uh-oh, really?
And he would love it. Oh my gosh.
How do you know he's a perv?
Because I catch him looking down girls' shirts all the time, and
Who, the ones that want to be adopted?
Right? Yeah.
Well, cleavage is in this season, so how you can't blame the guy.
How's your mom doing now? Is she doing well, or did things fall apart for her?
No, she's still spending all her husband's money.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sharing it with anybody.
And how's your dad doing? Does he work still?
Yeah, he's retired now, but he works for the GED. He actually lives in Texas.
Is he lonely?
Yes, he's very lonely. He didn't want me to move. He didn't want me to move out here. I stayed with them for a year before I moved out here. It's so not funny.
No,
of course not.
So it's Nathaniel. He's just a clown.
That's funny. I'm funny.
I think you should apologize to this woman.
Yes, very much.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Call my dad and apologize to him.
Well, you know what? I think Anthony owes you an apology.
I'm sorry I did that. I'm embarrassed that I did
You
that.
guys are. I understand.
I made an ass of myself.
It's giving you the apology tour here. Will you shut up? Oh, my God. It's funny because I don't know you. Let's just keep it that way.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so your dad... Now, but did your dad do well with ladies?
Yeah, definitely. Well,
then why would we send him to the Bunny Ranch?
Yeah, we need pathetic souls.
Well, no, he does well.
The story's pathetic, but...
He hasn't dated since I was in high school. I'm 32. And I'm sure he hasn't had sex since then either. So, like, early 90s, maybe?
All right, maybe.
So, and, he is very lonely, and he's the best dad in the whole
You're
world.
a liar!
Unfortunately, he's in Texas, though.
Where do you live?
Like, we need...
Well, we're going to give I think we're going to give a spot away if it's okay with the Rules Committee. We'll have one of these followers on the phone tomorrow, because we're broadcasting all over the country. All right, Tracy, you know what? Why don't we... you think he could keep his story a bit fun? Because we're trying to make people happy in the morning.
Fun.
Well, I'm just trying to explain what a good father is and what he's been through and why he deserves it.
handing dead loved ones out of the window. How do you make that fun?
What exactly?
I don't know, but
what exactly happened? Like, no, you could talk about it because what really happened. But I mean, like, what exactly was it? His fault? Or was it the other driver's fault? I mean, what exactly was it?
It was a drunk driver that hit them. Drinking was legal. Drinking and driving was legal.
Yeah.
So the guy got off.
Sometimes I'm a bad boy, yeah.
What happened to that guy? That douche. All right, listen. He really did rule. Tracy.
Does anybody remember laughter?
Yeah, really, man. It can't be a buzzkill. People count on us every morning to kind of make them happy going to work. And your story, quite frankly, is a downer.
You wouldn't be here if that didn't all happen, right?
Yep.
See?
Exactly. I kind of have a little survivor's guilt because of it, even though it was way before I was born.
How does that feel? You would have ended up on the armrest in an Edsel.
Hey, what?
Wait, that's the only reason you're alive, right?
What?
He had to go through that.
Yes, that's the only reason why I'm alive. He had to.
You know what? One of these days in the near future, if this girl will shut up, I'll set up a nice bit for everybody. One of these days, we're going to have to take your stories, Why I'm Here. The Why I'm Here stories. Because a little known fact about the Opster, my dad's first wife that he loved dearly died at 26 years old of a rare liver thing or kidney thing. It's the only reason I'm here.
Really?
Yeah, had to lose his high school sweetheart, basically. Yeah, it's the only reason I'm here. We should take those stories. Kind of makes you look at death a little differently, right, Tracy?
Yep, definitely. Do you ever feel bad about it?
So you're saying
absolutely not.
You're saying if that didn't happen, you wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah. Don't give me the crap I'd be here in another way story that I
hear. Hey, what happened to her?
If this lady would, it's not about you.
And were there any kids from that? And what happened to her?
My dad actually had a tragic life before me. Hey, fair is fair.
My dad's had a tragic life.
No, my dad lost 2 sons, kind of like that crib death thing. Thank you, Anthony. Payback's gonna be a bitch.
Terrific.
And then his wife at 26 died of kidney disease.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
And that's the reason I'm here. And that's the reason my 5 brothers and sister are here.
Mom!
Yeah.
Mom!
You're feeling awkward?
No, not at all. My story is just less dramatic. I'm here because of a 5th of whiskey and too long a walk home to say no.
All right, Tracy, hold on the line. We're going to try to get you involved tomorrow.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks.
All right. But tell him to kind of lighten his story a little bit and get some jokes in there somehow.
Jokes? Jokes?
Yeah, tell your dad to tell me an amusing anecdote to describe what happened. A fun analogy.
Yeah. All right, Trace, hold on the line, okay?
All right.
Yeah, tomorrow's the Father's Day giveaway. I'm here because of the New York City. You know what? Tomorrow. Whose is this? All right, tomorrow. Tomorrow we do this bit.
Why, Iraq's got one?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We'll give it now. But everyone has to tell us why they're here on this earth.
Why are
including
you here,
the listeners.
Eric, and I mean as a radio person.
In the building.
Go ahead. E-Rock is here. Why?
Because of the blackout of 1977.
Is that what your mom refers to it as?
She was drunk.
All right.
The vibrator wouldn't work. Dad had to.
Blackout of 77. What? Explain.
Summer of 77, power went out, and pretty much that's the only reason I'm here.
That was the only way your dad could have sex with your mom? All the lights are off? What are you getting at?
No.
Weren't they having sex before the blackout?
I'm sure they were, but that was pretty much the reason.
No, I know what it was. He was already born, and he was such a disappointment they were going to drown him, but then the blackout diverted their attention, and they forgot. And then sweet Eric brought them a candle, and they're like, all right, we'll let him.
Eric ate all the food in the fridge before it went bad.
He was in the bathtub, and they were just about to throw the toaster in the bathtub, and all the lights went off. Like, oh, man.
Power went out.
Right.
That's what caused the blackout.
Right.
The short circuit.
A little hawk. See
that's adorable.
So they were bored. There was no TV. There's nothing to do, and you were one of those babies born of the blackouts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happened in the late '60s also.
All right, we got to wrap up.
Well, that's a weird thing to happen in a blackout, right? For your parents to go, well, there's nothing else to do. Let's
just have
mediocrity.
Thank you. Take the wig. He enjoyed my absolutely not comment. It was in there.
I hear it.
It was in the pile of chatter. Keith in Connecticut, real fast, because I know Tom wants to come through that door, but after we talked about how he's...
We're having a fun show. Maybe
yeah.
It's not. Maybe
all right, Tom, I promise. One last call. We're really on a roll here. Keith, go ahead. By the way, Travis is going to stay late today to take more of your stories because we have a few more spots for the big giveaway tomorrow. So you can still call 877-212-5762. Tell Travis your story about your dad. And we're going to invite a bunch of fathers in tomorrow, and we're going to give away that trip to the Bunny Ranch. But, Keith, you got to make it fast because they really want us out of here.
Maybe Tom will let us go today.
Yeah.
Make it fast. Hey, thanks a lot. Too bad Buzzkill Girl didn't come with a mute button. But my story is, I've been married 7 years, and since my son was born, my wife won't really have sex with me. There's no touching, no looking, the missionary position. And prior to our son being born, it was anything goes.
Oh, so she was really kinky and really wild before the son?
Oh, yeah, into anything. Watching porn, three inputs, and now there's nothing going on. Nothing.
Wow.
And would she allow you to take this trip to the Bunny Ranch?
I don't see why not.
That sounds convincing. You really rule with an iron.
What do you think? Should we just throw him in the mix?
An iron limp wrist.
Should we throw him in the mix?
Yeah, why not?
All right, we'll give you a shot tomorrow, Keith. Hold on the line, okay?
All right, thanks.
There goes Keith. His wife stopped being kinky after the birth of their son. We're going to continue your stories even though we're going off the air. Travis will take some phone calls for the next 10 minutes, okay? And then tomorrow's the big giveaway. One lucky father for Father's Day gets a trip to the Bunny Ranch in Nevada for a date.
I don't know who this guy on the Greg show is, but I want to throw warm acid in his face.
I hate that guy.
He's wearing sneakers. Just a fun guy. I don't know if I've ever hated anyone on site more than him.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Oh, okay. Anything else, Ant? You good?
No, I'm good. Have a pleasant rest of the morning and afternoon.
Jimmy, you good?
I can't get over it. This guy's a parody of a douche. He couldn't be a real person. This is a caricature.
Oh, the Greg show? Yeah, we got to talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, we got to.
I've never hated anyone on site faster.
What kind of mullet?
He's awful at sneakers, and he's wacky and fun.
I would bet a lot of money he's an old radio guy. Has that look.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys. Tomorrow, big show, and then, of course, Jones Beach Saturday for everybody in the New York area. Tickets still available for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show with the O&A Village. And now it's an official tailgating party, thanks to Tom.
Sponsored and everything.
It's going to be an all-day event. You can still get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com. And Virus Tour, one word on MySpace for all your info. Because we're going to hit a bunch of cities. All right? Brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. Have a great day.